How do you owe so many taxes?
So when I do my tax form, I usually put single and 9 dependents. Single,
9 dependents?
Yeah, single and 5 dependents.
You got audited?
No, never got audited.
Are you single and do you have 5 dependents?
No.
How many dependents do you have?
None.
Okay, why? Why'd you say that?
I don't know. I feel like I work really hard for my money.
Yeah.
And just giving it to the government, it just really...
Nobody likes it.
But I never got audited, just got letters. Hey, you owe this kind of money.
Yeah.
I called the IRS. I made a deal with them, and I'm making monthly payments on them.
You got some good up in there.
Tell you something? Did you let me tell you something?
You got some good up in there.
Did you let me tell you something?
You got some good up in there. You got some good up in there.
But I don't think that you and Hussey really dislike each other. I think that there's just some weird feelings that are hurt, but it's not my place to speak. Hussey's doing his thing. You're gonna do your thing, and I just gotta shut up. I just want to know: is Gigi next, Hussey?
Why would you even say that? What makes you say that?
Because sooner or later, I feel like he's gonna have to get in the middle of this, and then I just, all right. And if it's not, it's not. I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know if you were just like pissed off and something happened behind the scenes, and you were gonna. It's hard to tell sometimes.
I'm not gonna be ignored.
Ryan.
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 What's going on? Shooter McGavin, thank you for these super chats. Looking forward to the stream. It's going to be fun. Much appreciated. But you joined the old tier. That's my fault for leaving it up still. I'm such an asshole. But I mean, it's the same price as the new tier. I wish there was a way to combine them all. I'm going to look into it. But anyways, thanks for becoming a member. And if I do anything members only over the next like week or two, which I'm hoping to do, I want to do some Foodie Beauty reactions and make them members only first. What I'll do is I'll make them available to all tiers, old and new, for those stragglers who are left behind. Thank you as well to something else that happened. Somebody joined something. Shit. What the hell was it? Hey, Earthy. I feel like somebody else. Oh, just visiting this place. Thank you for the floating heart for 10 jewels. And I feel like something else happened. Damn it. I don't remember. But anyways, thanks everybody for being here. I want to clarify something. Apparently, I should have been a little clearer on this. Earthy, thank you for the 10 jewels. I'm not having Ryan on this channel today. I'm sorry. I should have said Ryan gets interviewed by Wody. I didn't really think that through until I saw the comment that says, can you ask Ryan? I mean, I'd love to have Ryan on. If Ryan wants to do another interview, I would love to do it, but I didn't even think that through, and I'm so sorry if anybody's here thinking this is going to be a Ryan interview. I am a dick. I will update the title after the stream is over. No, we're going to watch So I came back from San Diego. I had a lovely time, by the way. I'm drinking my coffee from my brand new San Diego, the nicest town. America's finest city mug. Had a great time. Missy007, thanks for the thumbs up. And I was like, what am I going to stream about? And I was going to stream last night, but some greasy bitch in a wig got on my fucking nerves. And we'll get to that in a minute because I got some receipts I need to put up. Dusty with the good hair. Give us content, others are paying for nothing. Dusty, stop yelling at me, please. Please. Thanks, Fluffies. I should have been clearer and said it was a WOT stream we're going to watch. But anyway, so that bitch got on my nerves yesterday. We'll get to that in a minute. Oh, I got something else. God, I'm missing jewels. And thanks. Whoever's giving me anal butt plugs, thank you so much for them. I appreciate them. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying. So I was going to stream last night, but I didn't really know what to stream about. And then that greasy bitch Farrah Fiasco got on my fucking nerves yesterday, spreading that child bullshit that everyone's been spreading for years. But whatever, like I said, it's going to be handled and taken care of properly offline. So, I just kind of lost interest in streaming. But then I was like, I don't even know what to stream about anyways, because like Hussey for like I was away for 5 days. I was over in San Diego having a fabulous time. And he had been streaming a lot about Carrie. He was quitting Carrie, then he's back to Carrie, then he's quitting Carrie, then he's back to Carrie. It is what it is. So I don't even know. I'm like, where am I going to start? And then last night, thank you to a moderator who let me know that Rebuildable Ryan, went on Worst of the Internet stream last night and did an interview. So I said, oh, great. Now we have content. Fabulous. Because I didn't know what to talk about. And I didn't want to talk about old shit anyway. And then today, Miss Hussey, baby,
you got some good up in there.
Reacted to that stream, but from what I hear, he spent a lot of time sniping Carrie and yelling at her instead. So I don't know. So we're going to react to that at some point tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know when we're going to do that. So we got some content we're going to react to. Now, I want to apologize for the confusion yesterday. I was going to stream yesterday about that nonsense that Farrah Fiasco put up on her channel yesterday. But then whatever, blah, 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 I decided it was against my best interest to speak on that now. So I will speak on it at some point in the near future. But I don't want to address anything that was said in that video, not online anyway at this time. So, but I do want to show something today because I kind of feel bad. Farrah's fucking nonsense yesterday now has people, and I know people don't like Draven's Crypt, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to put these kinds of allegations on anyone, myself or Draven. People are thinking that Draven was offering me photos of a child, and that wasn't true. So what I'm gonna do, and this is why I said go get Frank, because Frank wanted these messages, and just let him know it's in this stream, is I'm gonna put up the messages I actually got back in November and December to go through what was actually said. Farrah has made this about children, and we also caught her in a lie as well. She's also now saying it's elementary school photos, and she's making really fucking weird accusations about AI and CP, which again, I find crazy from the woman who is on the record literally threatening the child, and not just any child, the grandchild of the sitting president. So I hope, Farrah, if you're listening, that made it to the FBI. But don't worry, honey, if you need help, I'll help you get it there, since you clearly want to involve the FBI and the cops in everything and slander my name on YouTube. I'm going to be more than happy to assist you in clearing my name. And if all these receipts end up on someone's desk, don't fucking cry for me, Argentina. I was doing my own thing. You decided to slander me yesterday, and there's a reason why the only larger creator giving you any kind of sympathy for this is a bitch who's just as dirty as you are. So, congratulations, congratulations on whatever the fuck you thought you were doing yesterday. It's not going to work out in your favor. So, because of her video yesterday, people now believe that Draven was asking or offering me photos of a child, and that's not fucking true. Now, some of you might have heard this already because I jumped on Carrie's panel yesterday. Exactly, Missy. She's a fucking liar. She's saying elementary school because she wants the shock value. She wants to associating me with a high schooler is bad enough, but associating me with an elementary schooler is even worse. But hey, let Farrah continue digging her own metaphorical grave. I'm here for it, and I'm going to continue playing this the smart way, not the old Gigi way, and I'm going to let Farrah continue digging and digging and digging. So anywho, I digress. So, a little backstory as to how this even came about. I had forgotten I even gotten these messages, okay? In May of, I think it was May of this year, I was on a panel, a lot of you were probably there, and Yato was on, and of course that troublemaker Vidal was on. We were just chit-chatting, and Draven was kind of a topic because he had been conversating with Hussey, right? He was talking to Hussey or whatever. During that stream, somebody in my chat, I believe, I don't think it was panel, mentioned, oh, it's so strange how Draven knows Farrah, or Draven went to school with Farrah, or something crazy. I know, Dildo, that's why I'm saying this for the people who did not watch Carrie. Some of you here, I saw you in chat. Some of you, this is news for you. So somebody in my chat was like, oh, it's so weird how Draven went to school with Farrah. And I noticed that in the chat, and on the panel I said, you know, I'd kind of heard rumblings of that, but I always thought that was a lie. Like, I thought that was a troll, and I never gave it much attention. And then somebody in chat said, no, Farrah has confirmed it. It was confirmed months ago. Farrah made a comment in somebody's live stream, which we now know is the comment, I believe, that I posted in my short today, of her saying that she went to high school with Draven. So I said, my little bell went off in my head, and I went, oh, this all makes sense now. And everybody's like, what makes sense? I said, well, back in October and November, or I think I said at the time, late last year, I received messages from someone who I don't recognize who was offering to give me information and photos of Farrah. And at one point, they were asking if I would pay for them, and I declined. Now, again, how Farrah has turned this story into CP, whatever, that's something she's going to have to deal with later on, not me. So I was, you know, and I kind of talked about it a little bit, and I paraphrased, and I read a little bit of the message, and I said, now it all makes sense if Draven knows her, because when, in a lot of small towns or small areas, if you knew somebody in high school, chances are you knew them as an adult. So never in my mind when I read these messages, did I ever think I was being offered photos of a child. I was never told I was being offered photos of a child. I was told I was being offered of Farrah as a fatty, and that she was catfishing people. The reason why the schooling came in was because that's when I realized, oh, I remembered these messages. I said, oh, that's how Draven, because I thought it was weird. I was like, why? I thought it was a troll. Honestly, I thought it was Farrah in her greasy fucking face trying to trap me in some shit because she's got nothing else, right? If you can't actually get me for a crime, let's try to make a crime up, you know, the Farrah fiasco way. So, thanks, Lex. Like the stream. So I honestly thought this was probably Farrah or one of the cronies from another community who was trying to set me up. So when I heard that, I said, oh, this is strange. So I tell the story on my stream. Could this be really a Draven associate or Draven himself, because if Draven knows her from some butt-fuck small town that, you know, from whatever town she lives in where she couldn't get a man, that she had to go to Second Life to find one and drag him over here, like the cuck that he is, maybe he knows who she is. You know, maybe he sees her in her dirty wig around town. Maybe he sees her calling Middle Eastern man sand N-words in the middle of the street. You know, the Farrah Fiasco shit that she enjoys doing. Yato says, send me the message, which I did privately. And Yato goes, yeah, I know that name. That's definitely a real person. That's a Draven associate. That wasn't a troll. They were trying to sell you information. So, children never came up in these messages, and I'm going to show them now because, again, I don't care if you hate Draven or whatever. I don't think it's right that because of that dirty heifer's video yesterday, which, no, I'm not going to strike. A lot of you people have asked me to strike it because she loves doing that to people. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of thinking I'm hiding something. I actually want that there. I want it there. I want the comments to continue to be captured. Anytime you see a comment of one of her fucking idiots saying, check my hard drive, I want that comment. I want the screen name, gainingground80@gmail.com. Give it all to me. Thank you. So I'm not going to fucking strike, and I'm not going to give her that satisfaction. I'm going to let her stay up there and continue making her current and present future situation much worse than it needed to be. I'm going to show you the messages so you can see exactly what was said to me, and then you know that if anybody is out there and says to you, oh, Draven is selling photos of a child, correct that fucking bullshit that greasy gremlin in a wig, and not the good gremlin. I'm not talking Rambo. Farrah Fiasco's that, oops, I dropped water on Rambo gremlin, that nasty shit that gets birthed at 12:01 a.m. that nobody but English cucks want to be around. So I'm showing you these messages, complete with who sent them to me, so you all know that there was nothing in here about fucking children. Okay. November 22nd, this was last year. The account by the name of Ayana is in my, whatchamacallit. She's in, he, she, whoever is in my, what's that thing on Instagram when you're in your folder? The requests folder. Hi. I was told to get a hold of you because Draven from the YouTube channel Draven's Crypt has a lot of information on someone named Greasy Fucking Gremlin, who I believe is Farrah Fiasco. You mentioned in a stream from last month that you were hoping someone would come forward and say that Farrah is a problem. Personally, I don't remember saying that because we already knew by November that Farrah is a huge problem. But remember, this is November 22nd. We now know that in October, a month before, Farrah was in somebody's chat letting everybody know that her and Draven went to high school together. And I also believe that Farrah also said this on her channel as well. So I respond with, and I'm going to go to the next screen where you can see the whole message. Hey, I can't imagine there's anything new to learn at this point, and no one really seems to care about there is. I must have had a mild stroke and my sentences just went to hell that afternoon. But you know what I mean, like Girl World, they all protect Farrah. Not because they think Farrah is innocent, they protect Farrah because I'm the one calling her out. If a larger Girl World creator ever goes the balls like a Zachary Michael or Charlie Gold to call out the things that they pretend to care about, everybody's suddenly going to be like, oh, Farrah's a problem. But until then, they're going to protect Farrah because they like that Farrah is threatening me or whatever, because, you know, they don't actually care about racism and shit like that. So that's my response. Later in the day, he didn't say what info he and his wife had, just that they had a lot of info and for me to get a hold of you and let you know. Now I know, I believe the wife is Crazy Renee. Correct? I already, Belinda, that video's been fucking downloaded. It's been downloaded and archived and URL'd and timestamped. I'm not worried about that. So now I know that, or I believe now that his wife is Crazy Renee, okay? So I say a day later, I mean, he can send me whatever he has and I'll look at it. If it's new and concrete, maybe even talk about it. Not like anyone in that space cares, gainingground80@gmail.com, because you all know people send me shit all the time. If I cannot confirm or vet what I'm seeing, I'm not going to bring it to you. You all fucking know that, okay? I don't sit here and make sure. Sometimes I get angry and I may throw things in people's faces and they fucking cry to the courts and like the fat fucking chicken shits they are. But at the end of the day, everything I say on this channel is rooted in truth and factual information. So I said he can send me whatever he wants. I'll look at it. Great. So I'll let him know. I'm going to go to the next page because you can't really see the whole thing. I'll let him know. Knowing them, it's most likely info you don't have. And that's the end of it for me. November 24th, great. And this was what, a day after I said he can send me whatever he wants. So I forget this exists. And on December 16th, I get another message. There's more stuff he has that I know you don't have, which is photos of what Farrah really looks like, which didn't make sense to me. because she's very proud of those ugly wigs and unwashed face that she puts on display while talking about Chantal's relationships in life, while she herself sits there in her own shitty life in a relationship that she had to go overseas for because no man in the United States of America, Canada, or Mexico can stand her ass, rightfully so. And that's the part that cracks me the fuck up. You want to sit there and say a gay man is obsessed with you? Ma'am, you couldn't even get a straight man in your own country to be obsessed with you. I can assure you, the police and the FBI, that you sure as fuck are not getting this homosexual man obsessed with you in any way, shape, or form.
'Cause I'm a homosexual man.
So when I showed him a screenshot of her from one of her live streams, he said that's not what she really looks like, and that he thinks she's using filters. Yado, I'm showing Ayana's messages. He has multiple photos of Farrah and has given me one of them to show me he is in possession of said photos and he would like to be paid for the photos. Is payment for the photos something you could do? I can tell you that she looks completely different in real life and that she's lying to everyone about what she looks like when she streams with her camera on. She's essentially catfishing everyone on YouTube, especially her very own community. I ignore it. I'm not entertained, because that right there already tells me this is Farrah, this is her cuck of her husband, this is somebody that is just clearly trying to see if I'm going to say, sure, send me the photos. Not interested. And we all know Farrah used to be a biggin. It's just too bad that losing weight doesn't automatically make you a better person. Lost all that weight, still garbage. What a fucking shame. So I don't respond to that message. Then on December 27th, I get another message. Can I have an answer regarding payment for the photos Draven has of what Farrah really looks like? Are you willing to pay for them? And I say, yeah, no, I'm good. Now, Farrah got into a tiff with somebody at the end of May. We're not going to say who. I don't speak about this person for many reasons. And this person released all these messages and Farrah went into hiding. And we all know that is why Farrah went into hiding, because this person will fuck with your life and go into your shit and threaten you, send you death threats. She don't care. So everybody knew that Farrah was running from this person and was waiting for the smoke to clear so she could come back and hope that nobody messed with her. Because remember, I haven't talked about her. That stream was probably the first time I'd really gotten into her at all, and that was only because somebody in chat mentioned Draven and Farrah knew each other, and I thought that this message was odd, and now that I know that they knew each other, it all made sense. So Farrah comes back after a month of vacation of hiding from that person, which we all know that's what she was doing. She uploads that video yesterday and turns this conversation into child predation. Why are we looking for photos of children? You can turn those children into AICP. Pretty much every homophobic trope you can come up with, which cracks me up that this bitch thinks I'm afraid of her fucking police department, which we know she never called. Because again, she told this same person that the police were looking for me. I went and called the police. They said this person's a liar. She's never called us. And now she's telling her audience that I called the police on her and I did it so I could get information to stalk her. She is so desperate to hide who she is from Girl World and to protect that easy money that she thinks she's going to defame my ass and run me off and create this army of homophobic bigots like she is. And we know she's homophobic because she was part of that group in Second Life, the N-Words with Attitude group, but she was also part of a group that had F-Got in the title. Again, I don't care. I'm not going to be offended when people call me F-Got. I don't give a fuck. But if you're a straight person and you're in groups talking about violent F-Gottery or whatever, that's gonna tell me you got an issue with gay people. But she got an issue with everybody. She got an issue with Trump's granddaughter. She got an issue with MAGA voters. She got an issue with dogs. She got an issue with cam girls. She got an issue with fucking everybody. So I'm not surprised. The bitch literally hates everybody on planet Earth. So none of this is shocking to me. So she comes back yesterday, and instead of admitting why she really left for a month, she thinks she's going to use me as a scapegoat to get all this sympathy. Oh, I had to leave for a month because I'm deathly afraid. I'm being stalked. I'm being harassed. So again, I took some steps yesterday to begin the process of clearing my name because Farrah clearly feels she's being stalked. And now, Farrah, I'm going to help you figure out who's stalking you because it's not me, and I'm going to clear my name in the process. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a great fucking time for everybody involved. So she decides to use this as I've been gone for a month because I'm scared for my life, and it's all Gigi's fault because Gigi wants children's message photos of me and blah, blah, fucking blah, 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 blah. nothing in these messages talked about photos, children. There was never any conversation about children. I said, oh, they knew each other in high school. Maybe that's the photos he wanted to send me. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I said I wasn't interested. So everybody's like, how did this bitch make an 18-minute video making you the problem and maybe Draven gets like 10% of the conversation? It's so clear that this was just an attempt to assassinate my character further because I have exposed her as the racist farmer, as the dog hater, as everything that she keeps today. Now, you know what's funny? I've been telling her for years, a year now, react to my videos. React to my streams, Farah. If you've got nothing to hide, explain why your Instagram handle was the same as the You Talk Trash handle, which was connected to the farmer. Like, why can't you do any of that? Make sure that goes to the FBI, Farah, because if you don't, I'm going to. You know, we'll see who gets there first, because if you have been talking to the FBI and you have been lying about me, I think, Farah, they have a right to know. And I think they have a right to know about your really fucking violent history online, especially when it comes to the grandchild of a sitting president of the United States. So we'll see what happens with all of that. I don't know. Anyway, so she comes back and makes this about me, which is all fucking bullshit, right? And then somebody goes, somebody was like, Gigi, do you want those DMs that were leaked by that other person that caused Farah to disappear? And I'm like, yeah, please. So there's a video. It's unlisted. I can't share it. I get the video, and I skimmed through the DMs. And I hadn't looked at these before because I did not want to be entertained or involved or have anything to do with the person who leaked them. But boy, did I see some shit in here, okay? Here's Farah Fiasco offering up my private information to a person, and this is a very lengthy DM. There's so many messages, I got to go through all of them all, but I was picking through the ones that I feel can be useful in my quest to clear my name and help Farah find the true perpetrators of whoever the fuck is stalking her. Because, again, we haven't seen any proof of her being stalked at all. All we've seen are proof of people talking about her and the farms dragging her. The same farms that she is a proud member of. The same farms where she called the Middle Eastern man the N-word. And I will sit there in front of a judge and I will tell the judge all of that, including with every single motherfucking receipt to prove that it's her. Okay? So I don't know where she's being stalked, but I'm happy to help her. So that's what I'm gathering all my information to help her figure out. So anyways, so she's over here telling this person where I live, my full legal name. She then offers up my work information. Oh, this is his alleged employer. This is what he does. This is where he works. This is his job title. I even thought about following his alleged work on Twitter just to fuck with him, but I haven't. Hey, Farah, did you think these DMs were gone? I thought they were too. God bless the angel who archived every single one of them for me to have. So shout out to you. You truly are an angel. Yeah, and you want to know what happened after this conversation? The person who received that information attempted to tag that employer on Twitter. Oh, yeah. So, Farah, make sure you tell the FBI all of this, because it's going to get to them one way or another, because I am so curious now, Farah, what you told that woman. I am so curious, and I want to know, and I'm going to find out what it is you've told that woman, and I'm going to find out if they know what you've been doing on the internet for motherfucking years, because all I've done to you, Farah, thanks Belinda, 100 for 2 jewels. All I've done to you, Farah, is call out your bullshit, because I don't know if you're new here, Farah. I don't know if you're new here, but what I do here is I take reaction channels who pretend to be holier than thou when it comes to foodie and everyone else so they can make a quick dollar, and I call them out when their fuck shit comes forward. And everyone before you has tried this same fucking plan. Some of you have even gone further, but that's a story for another motherfucking day when I can talk about that. And it never works out. Hasn't worked out for them, and it's not going to work out for you, Farah. And I'm actually worried about you, Farah, because you're the one who has that crazy violent history on Twitter, including, again, the tweet where you threatened the grandchild of a sitting president of the United States. If anybody wants to take that tweet, I put it on my Twitter, but I could put it in the chat for people to see it for themselves. She claims that wasn't her, but I imagine people like the FBI have the ability to figure out who's who in this space, right? So I'm
not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not gonna be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not gonna be ignored.
Ryan.
So moral of the story.
I'm not gonna be ignored.
Ryan.
Moral of the story, nobody talked about kids. Nobody fucking said shit about kids. Ferris created this whole weird child fantasy in her head to continue slandering me further, which again, if you've been here for years, you know that's how Girl World does me all the time. It's been going on for years. I'm numb to it at this point. And at the end of the day, somebody was being stalked. Somebody's being harassed behind the scenes. But Farrah, darling, it's not me, it's you. Because there is not a single motherfucker who will come forward or who can come forward and say to you that Gigi hasn't asked me to incite anything against you and your family. I couldn't even tell you that cuck's name who married her. I couldn't even, outside, it starts with a V or his second life. I couldn't tell you her parents' name. I don't know what this bitch does for a living. I know that sometimes she says she's a teacher. Other times I think she says she's a psychologist. I don't care. I don't need to know anything about this woman. I call out her behavior on the fucking internet. But funny, when Farrah can't answer to any of my receipts, what does she do? Goes digging into my whole life, and now she's making crazy motherfucking threats in DMs, and she's encouraging people to fuck with me. So again, Farrah, I look forward to you giving all this shit to the FBI, because if you don't, I will. The clock is fucking ticking. Okay, let's get to fucking Hussy. Enough of that fucking heifer. So, I had a lot of coffee today. Rebuildable Ryan went on Woti's channel last night to do an interview. I have not seen. Oh, Blake Space says, "Wait, what happened, Blake Space?" I'm gonna start my. But if this is a Farrah question, I'll answer. But I'll start my little spiel about Ryan. So Ryan was supposed to do something on his channel on Sunday the 12th, 2 days ago. So I got home from San Diego late Sunday night. I checked and there was nothing there, and I got real fucking depressed about it, which is fine. And I said, you know what? Maybe he doesn't want to deal with Hussy. Because honestly, who doesn't want to deal with Hussy? Who doesn't want to deal with Hussy when Hussy is vindictive in his vindictive phase? Nobody wants to deal with that shit because we don't see what Hussy does. Email drops, text drops, sells your information. Like, so I thought maybe he's done, whatever. Well, Woti had a stream last night, Worst of the Internet, and I actually, oh, what do you want to wait for? Woti had a stream last night, and I actually linked Woti's channel, or I don't know if I linked the stream of the channel. I think I linked the channel in the description down below, and did an interview with Ryan. So we're going to watch that. And in a couple days, I'm going to then react to Hussy's reaction to that today. So we're going to get going, because I already wasted 27 motherfucking minutes on this bitch. But man, she pisses me off. I'm missing a lot of anal butt jewel things. I apologize. Thank you to everybody who's jeweled me. I love you all. Let's get to the Rebuildable Round stream. I'm not even prepared to, like, I don't even know where the fuck it starts. This is how behind I am. Hold on. He does like dancing. He does like a cute little opening with Hussy dancing, but I don't care about that. So I'm going to go to when I see him appear on screen, which I believe is right here. Okay, so I'm starting in at 15 minutes. I'm going to speed it up a bit. And thank you, Worst of the Internet, for doing this and giving us this delicious, beautiful content. And, okay. Oh, what about Peanut? I don't want to talk about Peanut. Do you have a question? Because I'm probably not going to answer it. Thank you, Earthy, for the jewels. I have nothing to say about what I've been seeing on Twitter. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. I don't even understand it. If that's what you want to know, Blake Space, I literally... Somebody who never shuts the fuck up, I'm at a loss for fucking words. Belinda and I talked privately. We both agree it's not even worth addressing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she's doing, but she's going to be allowed to do it. And I'm not going to give her content, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to explain myself, because then that means I'm going to question the 6 years of the loyalty and friendship I gave her, which I'm never going to do. So I know who I am. I know how my friendship was. I thought I knew how our friendship was. Clearly, she did not. And in my personal opinion, she threw it away for dick, which is fine. Go get your dick. But I'm not going to be continued to be made a fool of, and I'm not going to address stupid fucking lies like the ones I'm seeing on Twitter. So it is what it is. Okay, here we go. I believe this is right before Ryan comes on. I have not seen this yet, so I'm super excited.
Oh, hold on. We've got something. Hello.
Yeah, I was getting a miserable feedback from you.
Oh, my bad. Does it all sound right now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly now. Do I sound all right?
Yeah, it's Rebuildable, Ryan. Okay, none of you should have been surprised by this at all.
Shut up, Dusty.
I just wanted to, you know, get some anticipation going, but I know for, I think, everybody else, they're all wondering why you didn't stream yesterday.
You know what's crazy? This is at 1.25. Do I just talk that fucking fast where I need people to, like... Let me try 1.5. Let me know if this is too fast.
Yes, so I I intended to put a short up, and
okay, I understand him perfectly. I hope you do. So the question was, why didn't you stream yesterday? And Ryan says, I intended to put a short up.
I literally did film the short, and then last night I forgot to upload the goddamn short. So that was my mistake. And basically, what the short said was, I was going to put all this time into a stream, and I had started working on it, and I was pulling receipts for certain things that I was going to touch on, and blah blah blah. And I put a little time into it, and then I was like, I kind of made the decision after not watching any of the drama stuff for about a week. I was like, why am I wasting my fucking time with this? So I made the.
I get that when you remove yourself from it, it like just kind of like you're like, you know what, like what's the fucking point? Like if you don't keep the ball rolling sometimes. Unless you're like a hussy, it's hard to keep it going because life gets in the way. And when you have like an actual life and things just days go by and you're like, you know what? What's the fucking point? So I totally get his rationale on that.
Decision that I wasn't gonna do my stream and that I'm gonna do this stream with you, and then after that, I'm pretty much done with it. I'm not gonna talk on it again.
Yeah, and
so I guess that means I will not be getting my own interview. That's fine. Oh, Alex, I hate you so much, but we love to have you here. Thanks, Alex.
Don't blame you. That's what happens when you end up touching grass. You know, you end up realizing that like the majority of this shit doesn't actually fucking matter.
By the way, I cannot believe Spain beat France today. I thought France was supposed to win the whole thing. That's what I was told all weekend in San Diego. Oh my god. Side note, I was at a bar called Bubs in San Diego because liquor cart, no DUI, and we watched the Norway-England game. And I was next to a table of Englishmen. They told me where the fuck they were from, and I already forgot. Maybe Manchester. No, I think one of them was Manchester. I don't fucking know, but one of them was just beautiful. That I like. Everybody in the bar was cheering for Norway because Norway knocked Mexico out, and I was with a lot of Mexicans as well as there were a lot of strange. It's San Diego. Like I knew some of them, and there was a bar, so they were all team Norway. Because this man was so beautiful. His name was Eddie. Eddie, if you ever listen to this, you were gorgeous. And the rest of my table, we all cheered. Well, not the rest of them. We had two people on my table who were cheering for Norway. The rest of us were cheering for England, and England won. So I like to think that Eddie's going to go home, back to England, and tell all his English friends with bad haircuts that that England won because of the little homosexual man in San Diego on July 11th, 2023.
Because I'm a homosexual man.
At the end of the day.
Right, exactly. And I have... just a lot of shit going on, and I was like, this doesn't matter. Why this doesn't matter?
I'm taking one of my headphones out to conserve battery because they're here a while, so if I lose you, I'll be right back.
And it's my...
Shit, I fucked up.
My fault. I allowed myself to get sucked in too much like 2 weeks ago, and yeah. And so after stepping back, I was like, yeah, this is stupid. I'll do what I committed to, and then...
I wasn't going to hit on him openly. I kept it all inside. He was beautiful. He was just such a man. He was a manly... I'm sorry, maybe he might have been Irish. I think actually he might have been Northern. I don't know. I didn't ask who he was from. I was trying to gauge the accent. It could have been Irish, but honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. I know Alex will say it does, and he's probably offended and going to report this stream, but to me, it was just an accent, and he was beautiful.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, I only have, like, a handful of questions, but I just want, like, like, for me, it's just easier to, like, keep things in, like, a timeline, but, like, so, like, explain to me, because I noticed you have, like, 5K subs. How the hell did you even get here?
So I started my channel in 2018.
Give me the Ryan lore.
There isn't much lore, so it's actually pretty stupid. So I got into vaping in like 2017, and then I found this like niche community inside of vaping, which was high-end vaping, where it was like $1,000 plus vapes, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I got it.
They have high-end vaping, $1,000 plus vapes. Holy shit! I'm in the wrong line of business. Secondly, I forgot to mention that Carrie posted a receipt during this stream. That buff weeb person that Hussy's always kissing his ass sent $2 to Wody and said Rebuildable Ryan W. I don't know if that's like I think the W means win, but I'm not sure why he called him Rebuildable. I know the super chat on YouTube spell check sucks, but I'm really hoping that it was him saying Ryan wins because that's gonna chap Hussy's ass.
That head first, and then I started reviewing the product, and then basically I just became a reviewer in that very niche community, and that's how I got the subs.
Okay, yeah, no, I know that was actually big on YouTube for a while.
Yeah, and that's why it bothers me when people were saying, it was bothering me for a while when people were saying like, oh, he came over here to get a microphone and a quote unquote studio setup. And it was like, dude, I literally like, I had a Canon DSLR and a Rode mic. Like I had a full setup that I sold a year ago when I quit doing YouTube. Like I didn't need a setup. The only reason why I started raising the money to get a mic and a camera again was because people wanted me to stream.
I'm sorry, blank. Is that I'm sorry. Is that going to be? I haven't even really checked the threads today. Is that going to be a conversation on this stream, blank space? I don't even want to put that on screen because, you know, Maxwell will be called, I'm sure. But is that something that's said during this stream? Oh, Jesus. Please tell me. Please tell me it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at blank space's latest comment in chat.
And they wanted to donate. So I said, okay, if you guys want to donate,
exactly.
then I'll put the money back into my streaming equipment instead of just using the money in my personal life.
Right. So, but like, so you showed up in like December. So what I found the first time you were in Hussey's chat was December 27th, and then you're on panel, I think, on
Rebuildable. I thought he spelled it bread. Maybe I read it too fast.
January the 10th, and then he was posting about.
Hold on, shit. I gotta listen. I'm too busy laughing at a blank space's comment. Oh my God, Missy, he says it in the stream. Oh Jesus. Now again, is there proof? Because you know, Hussey gonna get on that phone. Boop 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 boop. 1-800 Maxwell.
In like December. So what I found the first time you were in Hussey's chat was December 27th.
Okay.
And then you're on panel, I think, on January the 10th. And then he was posting about merch by like January the 19th. So like what I'm confused about is how all of that happened so fast. Like
so fast. Yeah, I thought that they were speaking for a while, so I didn't realize that in a week or two that Hussey was already demanding merch. Okay. Well, not demanding. I'm sorry. Don't call Maxwell Hussey. Hussey was already offering to pay for merch.
I was genuinely more confused than you were in that. During that time period, I was more confused than anyone else was as to how that spiraled so quickly. So yeah, I would say your timeline sounds correct. The only thing that I would add is I was a viewer of Hussey's since he did that first
Hey Dario.
Shanny interview. So I was in his chats for, I don't know, whatever it was, a year and a half, something like that, give or take.
Okay.
And then I came up on panel for the first time when Shanny and Rev's house got the condemnation shit was going on.
And I feel like that's probably when Hussey was getting his 1,000 viewers or whatever, and he just thought he was the hottest shit since Studio 54.
So that's what pulled me up on panel. Everyone was asking a bunch of questions, and although I'm not
clearly Vidal
a complete expert on the topic, I know my way around it. Okay, and I added some info. And so whatever that first date was that I was up on panel, I had added some info about the house condemnation and like what it could entail possibly. And this was before it was fully condemned. Hussey gave me his email at that point. And we had corresponded through email, and there was people in his chat who were saying like, oh, we'd like to have him up again, blah, blah, blah. And then so I was asked to come back up. So for about a week, I was going up on panel almost daily, maybe every other.
Those ladies must have just been all hot and bothered. I could just imagine the amount of snail trails running through Hussey Nation. Get him back on panel. How many computer chairs were thrown away in January 2026? Jesus, take the wheel. How many batteries did these women go through? Oh, geez.
Other day.
Right.
And when I first started, I didn't have an intent on streaming on my channel. He was plugging my channel. And I was saying at the time, like, oh, you know.
So there's questions coming up on chat. I hope you guys can read them. This one's an interesting one. Peléjois Anglais. I don't know if that's a Hussey fan. Why did he lead Hussey on wanting to pick him up and whisk him away to PA for a weekend? Sorry, that's not normal. He let him on. So I'm hoping this is the shit that gets answered.
I don't have to plug my channel. Like, there's nothing on there that's going to interest people that are here. And so my channel was still being plugged, and I didn't have intent on streaming at first. And then I was the more I went up and talked about the Shanny and Rev stuff, and people in the chat were encouraging, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do a stream. So I ended up doing some streams, and then that's how the ball got rolling.
Okay.
So I mean, were you still doing vape content at like when did you stop doing the vape content? Maybe I should ask that.
Give or take a year earlier. I quit vaping about a year, maybe a year and a half earlier. So I had a dead channel.
Okay, and so then you started doing content because people seemed interested in you when you went up on Hussey's.
Correct.
Okay. And then so who brought up the merch?
I think honestly, I think it somehow was talked about on a stream, and I'm assuming here, I think it was somehow talked about either past merch that was done of his, or maybe somebody mentioned it in the chat. And I think after that particular stream, I had said like, well, you know, you should do merch. I can give you a hand.
And Lex in the chat.
Right.
So I think acting like they're modest pilgrim women from the please with your take your eels and put them next to your batteries in your nightstand.
Somebody brought it up, and then you were like, I know how to do that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the merch thing, he must have brought it up, Hussey, or okay. So it's, honestly, I don't think it matters how it came up, but whatever. The merch thing, sure. And the merch thing is a point of contention with Hussey, because if you guys remember, when Hussey gave his very dramatic speech and said that pretty much that you promised me the world and didn't deliver, and there's nothing you can say to erase that. One of the pieces of the world was merch.
So,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, then you started the fundraiser thing. I noticed that started.
Senor, thank you for giving me something in the beginning of the stream, too. That's what I wanted to say. I think you gave me jewels. I don't remember. Are they rechargeable now? I feel like that could be a fire hazard. I'd be very worried.
My date is January 21st, is when you started doing the fundraiser. So, like I said, it just seems like all this moves really fast.
Yes, it does.
But, like, you fundraised for a microphone, and then what else?
So, what would make you call it a fundraiser over just regular donos for a live stream?
Let me go to my notes here just a second.
Oh, he's got notes. I love that.
Okay.
You specifically state something on January the 21st about you're going to get a new microphone. On January 22nd, you say you are planning on buying a microphone. And then on January the 23rd, you're talking about a microphone goal, like setting a goal to get money for a microphone.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
And then on January the 27th is when you ordered it.
Yes. So
I don't think we answered the question, though. What is it? I don't know. That's a tricky question. Like, obviously, okay. So obviously, a fundraiser, when a matter of fact fundraiser is like a GoFundMe or something. Like, hey, I need to do this. I need to do that. If you go on someone's channel and say, I want to get a new microphone, and the creator says, hey, can we throw money at this person for a microphone? That's probably half fundraiser. It's not as strong as an argument, but I guess you can call that a fundraiser. But if he isn't specifically asking for it, it's a tricky line. It's a tricky line. So donos are donos, I guess, but donos to a fundraiser, like a GoFundMe is definitely a fundraiser. I'm trying to like explain myself and I can't. I'm still on vacation mode. I'm still 3 hours behind.
What happened prior was people were asking for ways to donate, and I wasn't putting any links up at all for donations. I was just doing.
So people in the chat were voluntarily like, "Oh, he wants a microphone. Where can I donate?" I don't think I would call that a fundraiser. If he's on the chat and he goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to buy a nice microphone," and all the thirsty cat ladies in Hussey's chat are like, "Oh, what's his PayPal? I'll help." That's not a fundraiser. If that's what he's saying, that is not a fundraiser.
Streams for fun, and so at that point, I had made an announcement like, okay, if I'm going to keep doing this, I definitely need a mic. So if people really want to donate, I'm going to use it to buy a microphone, and that's where I made a fucking mistake.
Yes,
I should have just taken donations and privately purchased the mic, but instead I tallied how much money came in for the goal of the microphone. I should have just privately took
that. I mean, you are using that and putting it back towards the channel that people are watching. I don't think there's anything wrong with you doing a fundraiser for something that is going back to your channel.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't get when people are giving him shit for improving his content. Meanwhile, the guy complaining about it thinks you can put a ring light behind you. I can't handle it.
Gigi, let me tell you something.
I just
I'm
feel
a
like
huge
it
drifter
opened up
too, so I might not be the best person to ask, but like, I really think if you're putting it back into your channel, I think that that's a good thing.
I feel like I agree 100%, and that's why I did it. But it just opened up room for this, where it was like, people were watching pockets, and I don't think I did anything wrong. But if I didn't tally it, and I would have just taken donations in private, and then been like, okay, I got enough for the mic now, I'm going to order it. And then if I just came back and said, all right, guys, look, I used your money for a mic, here we go, there would be no room for people to be like, oh, well, he did this and that, and blah blah blah.
But I mean, you did end up showing those receipts, which was that, if I remember it correctly, you had paid some of your own money out of pocket to actually get the microphone that you got.
Good to know, Missy.
Right, so my goal was $200.
He finally got YouTube Premium. Oh my goodness! Can we get a round of applause in chat? Finally, Hussey. It's so nice when like we here at the Grifting LLC, just like I said, we've gotten people to turn their cameras on to get weight loss surgeries. Unfortunately, we still can't get some of them to get hooked on phonics. But now Hussey's getting premium YouTube. Like, holy shit, we deserve a Pulitzer fucking prize here
for the microphone. And the microphone was originally for the Shure. Is it MVP or MV7?
Yeah, I have an SM7B.
Yeah, so it's very similar.
Yeah.
So I set the goal for the MV7, which the MV7 was $199.99. After I had already made the goal, I realized there was the MV7 Plus, which was literally the newer version of the mic, which fixed bugs of the older version. Right. So the new version was $85 to $90 more.
Okay.
So
I don't remember what I paid for this one, but you know, my cheap ass, I put it on one of them Amazon payment plans, no interest. So I was like, yeah, fuck that. I was like, if it's no interest and I could spread it over 12 months, it's for me.
And I also realized
I like this mic. I think it's a much bigger improvement than my last one.
Needed a stand to hold the microphone. So I ordered the MV7 Plus, which was literally just a newer version of the MV7, my original mic I was going to get, plus a combo with a Shure holder for $350. So I took the 200 of the goal I made and took a
Actually,
150.
this one was pretty fucking. I should probably look this one up too. It's the Rode NT5. It's not cheap.
Out of my pocket and bought the mic. And Hussey had even said on streams at that time, and that was one of the things I was going to go and pull receipts and show on the stream I was going to do yesterday. Hussey had even said at the time, guys, he's a good guy. He took money out of his own pocket and bought a better mic and blah, 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 blah. So he had even said on his stream before what I did, because I told him.
So Hussey was on record saying that it was okay for Ryan to do that because he's a good guy.
You got some good up in there.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say something, Eric, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to say anything. Eric, it's so funny that you mentioned yesterday that you were gonna get a Shure microphone. I've never heard of that brand, and all of a sudden you're getting one, Ryan's getting one. I feel like I should just pip my ass out, take my throat wallet outside, and get one too.
I told him, and then I came on stream and told everybody that's exactly what I did, and I showed all the receipts. But then somehow a month later, it turned into I was, and I quote, a scammer and a grifter, and how I violated YouTube's terms of service, and that also.
Oh my God, that's the part that tickles me. Whenever Hussey talks about anybody violating the YouTube anything, I'm like, sir, you are on channel number 14.
Gigi, let me tell you something.
Tell me, tell us all. I hate when he talks about that. That's a violation of service. Yeah, so is ban evading on your 14th channel, sir.
Have been like a legal matter.
But that's what he does, Ryan. He'll defend you on everything when he needs you for whatever reason, or when he, if he thinks you're cute. God knows what the reason was with Ryan. And in the moment, he needs to cover his ass, and he goes on the offense, and all of a sudden, he's got to, like, a lot of people do. It's what Farrah did with that video yesterday, if you watched the beginning of my stream. People need to get bad shit out first, because they think if they can get the bad shit out first, then it's going to discredit you when you go to defend yourself. It's how it works around here, and that's how Hussey operates.
Right, and see, I think that's the part that maybe I or somebody else didn't catch, was him saying that part that you're saying. So I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah,
just because like I don't
find it,
don't
Wody.
remember.
Find it. I don't know about 14 shooter, but he's up there. But Vidal comes out with a number once in a while. She might be pulling it out of her mobile bed, but I know there's a lot. There was the original Glory. Then he did the one that he lost after the interview with Negs. He's had one named after the cat. He had one named after Mohammed something. He's had Celebrity Gossiper Hussey. He's had the Hussey Lounge. That's at least 7. I know there's probably a couple more than that.
For him saying.
But yes, tell us more about. He's got his current one, Loudmouth Hussey. That's 8. But yes, let's tell people about terms of service, please. I can't. You got some good up in there.
About
oh God, listen, Vidal is a Hussey historian. Fucking love her.
That he had already known that you bought a better microphone. So you're saying he said that on stream?
I remember being on his stream at one point, and he mentioned
Hussey gossiping, celebrity Twitch gossiping. That man, okay, I'm gonna age myself here. Okay, anybody here remember in Living Color in the 90s? There was a skit called Hey Man. It was about a Jamaican family, and each member of the family had like 55 jobs. Living Color needs to come back, and they need to do that same skit, but Hey Hussey, and it needs to be a bunch of overweight middle-aged men cosplaying as their nannies from the 60s, talking about how many channels they had. When I was your age, I had 7 channels, and then list all. I think it would be great as an updated version of Hey Man. I was gonna do the Hey Man accent, but then Farrah and friends would call me a racist for that, so I'm gonna leave that to the Jamaicans in the chat.
Thing about the mic costing more money, and he was saying like, oh, I was a good guy, and that he used money out of his own pocket.
You paid the difference out of your own pocket.
Right, and I feel like a lot
which is crazy to make a big deal about that. You get $200 and you say, oh, if I spend another $100 of my own money, I get a better microphone. And he's like, he didn't even buy the microphone he said he was going to buy. Correct. He bought a better one with his own money. Ay, caramba.
Well,
exactly. See, Lex can do it. Lex is allowed. I'm not, because if I do it, it'll be racism, and nobody will say a damn thing about Farrah calling Middle Eastern man a San N-word, but I'll be a racist for doing the Heyman accent. So thank you, Lex, for helping me out.
Could have just held that 200 and raised another $150, and then ordered the more updated microphone. But because for the reason of me not wanting to be called a grifter, I did not want to raise 200 and then say, oops, I made a mistake. I actually need 150 more to order that, guys.
Good for you.
So I used the 150 out of my own pocket.
Good for you.
And at the time,
that would seem more grifty than anything else.
Right. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. So, and
he doesn't beg, Miss Butler. He has goals, which is crazy to me. because he's such a good entertainer, according to him, right? He's a great entertainer. He's so much better at this than all of us. So I don't know why he has to sell email drops and DM drops and medical information, because when you're a good entertainer, you just, you entertain and you hope people give you their appreciation either in likes of videos or money if they have it. I don't think blackmailing things, or whatever the word is, blackmailing your audience into, hey, I'm only going to entertain you if you pay me. To me, that is not what entertainment is. But, it's Hussey. Bless his fucking heart. It's what he fucking does.
Ryan, you have never said anything positive about me, ever. And I've done nothing but help you. And I've done nothing but help you. And I've done nothing but help you. And I've done nothing but help.
Oh my God, I updated my stream chat. I just realized I could put the damn jewels and shit on screen now. I didn't even notice till now. Well, about time, social stream ninja. Thank you. No, I don't need to sell gossip, shooter. Like, I could have said, hey, give me $50 and I'll put up the DMs asking for Travis photos. No, I'll drag that bitch or make her look stupid for free, because I know you guys like to see that. It's called entertainment. But anyways, thank you for the jewels again, Memphis. Let's continue. Oh, wait, what is this? Hussey was bragging about the way Ryan was being shared with his tips and putting it back into the channel. He would say he's only got blank. Yeah, because Hussey clearly liked him. And why Hussey can't just fucking say that, I don't know. But now Hussey wants to make it look like he's a grifter. This is what Hussey does.
At time, for every stream, when I started taking donations, I said, guys, I'm financially stable. My life is fine financially. So if you're not, please do not donate to me. And
good for you. Good for you.
Donations for the betterment of the stream. So
good for you.
My life is good. If you're struggling, do not donate.
Good for you.
And so, like, there was nowhere where I was trying to, like, suck money out of people or use a community to get money. I just literally didn't want to use my money to buy the streaming gear again. I was streaming 2 to 3.
I don't fucking blame him. Like, if you like doing this and people are willing to help you improve your content, that's fantastic. Like my camera that I have up here, which I need to turn on, but y'all saw I haven't ballooned weight. I put my San Diego photo up. I put my short earlier. I'm just lazy and didn't set up the camera scene for tonight. But like my camera, my microphone, my USB hub, my laptop, all of it has been possible because of viewers like you. I'm like PB fucking S over here. And that's how it should be. You shouldn't be pissing the money you make on here away into a casino. At least take some of it and show how that you're appreciative of it, and learn how to use OBS. Upgrade your camera, get a microphone. But instead, it's like, no, give me money. I want to go out and drink. Give me money. I want to go to the casino. So good for you, Ryan, for like saying, hey, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it better. Love to see that.
3 hours a day, plus maybe another hour a day on his stream. So on average, between 3 and 4 hours per day, 5-6 days a week. Why is it, like, what's wrong with me raising a few $100s to get some gear to help the stream?
No, I don't think that. I don't think
to be fair, Memphis Shay, he does a good job of doing that himself. He doesn't have to
at all. And like I said, especially with the fact that if you're putting it back directly into the stream, that's the point of it. Is like you're supposed to be spending it back on your business, really.
Yeah, yep. And other people that are, if you're getting donations, right, and you're doing good on YouTube, and good is a broad word, because good on YouTube to a lot of people, like no one in this community is doing good. But if you're doing good within this community, you could be making some decent money a week. If you're still streaming with bullshit stuff and you're bringing in a few $100s a week in donations, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not trying to be better?
Right.
Because some people treat YouTube like nothing but an ATM. It's just, hey, I just want to, I just feel like you guys owe me money because, someone told me I was special 50 years ago. And it's fascinating to watch that people put up with that, because I think it's crazy to watch somebody for years and not finally be like, hey, could you like maybe change it up a bit? Could you maybe like do some scenery or some, dare I say, animations? Could you change up your shtick? But no, it's crazy that some people are like, no, take my money and go piss it away at the fuck shoe, horseshoe casino of wherever. And I'm like, and again, I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money. I'm just saying I find it crazy that you could watch somebody for so long and you don't want them to do better on their channel. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Little Red Dress, I'm actually on a laptop. It's a MacBook. I'm a Mac whore. I love my Macs.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh, Miss Bull, all right. Blank Space already said that, and I can't wait to hear that part of the stream.
A lot of people kind of ride this line of like, I don't want to monetize, I'm not here for the money, and then you know, but and it's I get it. It's they don't want to come off that way, and I think people are like really quick to judge. I say just let them judge and be your worst self. Like I think everybody deserves to make money out here for putting their time and energy into it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as long as, in my opinion, you're putting like good energy and time and making good content.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And one more thing I want to mention before we switch off of this topic. So as far as like, you know, using...
I like Krista's comment. Krista, whoever you are, I enjoy your comment. Krista says, let's be honest, if you can make money while you're streaming, why wouldn't you? My issue is Hussey thinking he deserves everyone's money. Exactly. He doesn't think he should earn it. He just deserves it. Give it to me. I'm broke. Give it to me, which is crazy because then he tells you about his scarves and sunglasses. Give it to me. I want to go to the casino. Give it to me. I want to do this. Give it to me or I'm not going to release my DMs. Like that's the issue that people have. And he thinks it's jealousy. And it's like, no. I can guarantee you not a single person here is jealous.
Trying to like infiltrate a community and get some money and then bounce. Because that's what the picture was painted as for a bit. So one of the gentlemen that donated the most money, I still speak to and is not a member of his community anymore.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I think the person, the second woman who donated the second most amount,
thanks, Lex,
also was booted from Hussey's community and still would come into my chat after him and I had a falling out. And then the third person that donated the most was Blaze, and I donated every dollar back to Blaze that she donated to me. Also, 40 of the dollars, $40 later on.
Not $40. Shit. Fuck $40. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Probably within my last $2 streams that I did, like way after I was raising money. Like I took money and donated it to a couple different people in the community. So it's not like I like literally after I got the stuff that I needed.
Cocksucker,
a lot of the money.
running your
What the hell is that?
cock mouths.
Sorry. Thank you for the Monero and Buffweed. Thank you.
Oh, was that vulgar language coming from his stream? I was like, is somebody behind me cussing me out? What is that?
For the $2, I appreciate it. And
is that the Buffweed chat? Hold on.
In the community, so it's not like I like literally after I got the stuff that I needed.
Cocksucker,
a lot of the money.
running your cock mouths.
Sorry. Thank you for the Monero and Buffweed. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. And
oh, that's the Buffweed chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch Wody. I don't really watch a lot of people because I like to watch things on my own. Nothing against Wody, but yeah, I don't think everyone should make. I mean, okay, look, everybody should be able to make money, right? Everyone should be able to make money on YouTube. That's the whole point of the partner program. I just think it's offensive when people come on here and do the bare minimum and think they should make money. And I'm just like, okay, okay. I mean, at least try. At least learn something. At least put effort into it. At least make a fucking thumbnail once in a while.
Had to say thank you for the $5. Sorry, I have to turn off that. It had Fallon calling us cock mouths on there.
I didn't hear that.
Fallon Watts.
Yeah, so after I got what I got for streaming, I think almost every dollar...
Oh, there it is. Rebreadable. Maybe he meant breedable. That's what someone in chat earlier. Rebreedable Ryan W. Okay.
I made after that, I gave back into the community in some way.
Okay, so you paid Blaze back, and you're saying like the main other people that donated were people that were basically part of your...
Oh my god, did you guys hear? And I didn't have this prepared to show everybody, but I'm going to tell you all about it, and just trust me on this one. I have screenshots from Twitter. Thank you to Rage Pig, maybe? I don't know. Hussey last night decided to become a member on Quirky Love Rose's channel and then sent her $5. Love your content. The dude will do anything except fucking put effort into his channel. So now he's trying to ingratiate himself with Quirky Love Rose, right? And then when he's hoping that she tells people, go check Hussey out, because Hussey thinks that the way to grow your channel is to be shouted out and that people are just going to come and listen to you. Like, Hussey still hasn't figured out that you need to give people shit they want to listen to and hear. No one is going to run to your channel just because someone says, go listen to that person. No one's going to fucking do that. But Hussey thinks they will. So what's going to happen here is this is my theory based on the evolution of Hussey. Hussey joined the channel. Hussey's gonna suck up to Quirky Love Rose, hope to get a shout out, hope to get some new viewers, and then he's gonna turn on Rose, right? And turn this into a foodie situation and go scorched earth and start this war with her to create drama. That is my theory. Write it down, 6:59 p.m. Eastern on July 14th, 2026. That I think is his goal. Ingratiate, poach, start a war. That's it. My email is gainingground80 at the Gmail. I'm gonna put it in chat. That's just my theory. I don't know how Vidal feels because she's the expert. But like, yeah, he just goes around trying to be like trying to take people's audiences, and I'm like, have you considered, I don't know, entertaining them and hope that people find you and stay?
Community, and we're just watching Hussey because you were cool with them.
No, so I won't say they weren't part of my community prior, from the vape days.
Well, fair, but they were more or less still cool with you either way, and I think that that's usually how it goes. Right. Is that like even when a lot of this shit goes down?
I think the crazy part about the Rose stuff is like, Rose is now kind of girl world. A lot of the girl world people got bored with Foodie, so now they're all jumping on the Rose bandwagon because these bitches really are just all fucking lazy. So that girl world can't stand Hussey. Like, I know he thinks I'm most hated. I would assure you that most people probably dislike Hussey at this point because a lot of people have opened their eyes over the last couple of years and they've seen what certain reaction channels have said and done, which is why their channels no longer grow at this point. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have realized quietly and just they don't want to say it publicly that there are certain reaction channels that are just fucking toxic, and perhaps maybe I'm not the fucking boogeyman that the Farrahs and others try to make me out to be. But I'm pretty sure Hussey, I don't think Hussey is ever going to rehabilitate his reputation anywhere. And setting that super chat is just cementing it to these people. So the fact that he thinks that these Rose hate watchers from Girl World are going to flock to him, abso-fucking-lutely not. And she is Vidal. I did one stream and I said, what is the point? And now when I'm on Twitter, it's all about her boyfriend, her boyfriend, her boyfriend. I'm like, y'all are real desperate to get those bills paid. Have you considered, I don't know, the unemployment line?
A lot of people don't end up like picking sides or just going one way or the other because they see it's just, you know, interpersonal gay stuff.
Yep. there was one woman
I've seen
who
your channel, Shaw, before you ever showed up here. I've seen clips of yours. They show up in my algorithm. They did show up. I haven't checked recently, but
has been. And I'm not gonna.
Pretty sure I've seen that your name somewhere because when I saw you in chat, I was like, "Why does the name sound so familiar?" And then I went and looked, and I was like, "Oh, I've seen that channel."
Mention her name. That you know, I think is a nice woman. She obviously doesn't like me anymore. So there was one woman.
Peace. Like, he doesn't get it, and if he would just listen to all these people who he thinks he's better than, but he never will. He just thinks if he puts Quirky Love Rose in the title, and he puts most watched video in the title, that people can be like, oh, I'm gonna just blindly watch this man because I don't like Rose. Keep telling yourself that.
And that closed.
Maybe, Sean.
There was one woman that closed, I think, for the mic, which was.
God, we're still talking about the mic.
Like 40 or 45. So I mean, that might be the only person that donated a substantial amount that didn't watch me afterwards. And went against.
Hey, Charlene. Who thinks it's Charlene? I'm gonna guess Charlene Boo.
Against me when stuff started being said about me.
I just
but
don't
otherwise,
feel like you should have to feel this like anxiety or guilt over funding your own channel, you know. And I feel like
I agree.
That's where Hussey, of course, does his thing where he's okay with it in one moment, but then afterwards, now it's a fucking problem. Yep. And, you know, I mean, everybody made such a big deal over that wish list fucking thing, but, like, at the same time, like, I mean, this is exactly why, you know, you allow people to monetize the way they need to. But anyway,
thanks, Mary B.
Moving on to the next topic is why did you stop showing up? What, like, about when did you stop going on Hussey's panel or stop engaging with him directly?
Okay, so we were talking about the merch. So we were doing the merch stuff, and I think there was probably approximately 3 nights that him and I were speaking, and I was like kind of working on stuff. I was sending him screenshots and saying, how about this? And he would either say like, oh, I love that, or let's try this color, or whatever. So there was probably 3 nights where we worked on stuff. And
so Kugi, I got an email from you, but I'm not a fan of opening attachments to people I don't know. If there's a way you could put this as an unlisted video on YouTube, I will be more than happy to watch it, but I don't, no offense to you, I don't trust bitches on YouTube. So I see you sent me some kind of attachment, but I'm sorry, I cannot open it. If it looks like it's a video based on what Gmail's telling me, I can run the virus scan, but I'm still not going to trust it, to be honest. So if you can go ahead and get another way to me, like I said, if you want to upload it unlisted and send me the URL somehow, I can do that, but I can't click on it. I'm sorry.
For the most part, we had everything pretty much ready to go. I had tried to set up a merch on Teespring, and Teespring couldn't accommodate what we wanted. Teespring only allows you to put a graphic in the dead center of the piece of clothing. The design we had,
Teespring's a mess.
Had something down the sleeves, and you know, more than just the center of the piece of clothing. So I tried to
I need to know what this merchandise was. Who the hell wants to walk around with a Miss Hussy sleeve? And then have it to explain, what does your sleeve be? Well, Loudmouth Hussy, it's this guy with a very dirty IMAX screen who yells at people and calls women, see you next Tuesdays, while he drinks vodka on late night streams. Like, why would you want that?
Load the stuff in there the best that would allow, and it just looked like shit. I sent him a screenshot. He didn't like it either, which it just wasn't what we were going for. So at that point, he had put a post out looking for a merch store. And Buff's in the chat. Buff was one of the people that commented third wall?
Fourth wall.
What the hell's fourth wall?
A few people commented that. So I had
thanks
reached
for
out
understanding. Cool. It's nothing against you.
to him, and I said, it looks like a few people are recommending fourth wall. And Hussey was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, cool. We'll have to try that out. Okay.
Oh, so that's like a Teespring alternative. I've never heard of fourth wall.
In my mind, this is where I guess stuff started to unravel very quickly. In my mind, I needed a login and a password of his to be able to log in.
Oh God, I already know where this is going. I'll be shocked if it doesn't go this way. Hussey does not keep track of his passwords or nothing. The amount of times that man would have called me, Gigi, I can't get into my Twitter account, or Gigi, I can't get into my Patreon. I don't know how to reset a password. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, you have an iPhone. Do you not save your fucking passwords in that handy little password iPhone thing that iPhone has built into it? The man is absolutely technologically illiterate.
And then he would have been able to start sharing the link after I uploaded the merch.
Thanks, little red dress.
I never specifically communicated, hey, I need you to do this again. I just kind of assumed it. But he didn't ask anything. So that's where miscommunication happened.
You needed a merch store with a different platform.
Damn it.
Right, and that was a few days earlier, and then a few days passed, and then we figured out this fourth wall shit, and then I said, okay, that sounds good, we'll have to try that, and that's why I left that at for that day. I just kind of assumed that he knew, but he didn't know because I didn't communicate that.
He needed to make an account?
I assumed he would know, but he apparently he didn't.
You assumed incorrectly, Ryan. The man is technological doofus. He doesn't know how to do anything. I spent one day almost an hour with him on a StreamYards trying to help him figure out how to make a Patreon video public or something. I don't know what the fuck. And I said to him, Hussey, I don't know Patreon. I don't use Patreon. And he was like, just please, Gigi, I need your help. You can. At first, he had me FaceTime him on his iPhone, and he was holding his phone, like literally just like my dad, holding his phone up to the iMac. And I said, Hussey, I can't see anything. Like, this isn't gonna work. So then I said, well, jump on StreamYards and you can share that way and show me. And we literally sat there, and finally we couldn't figure it out. I said, I'm sorry, Hussey, I don't know Patreon. He doesn't know how to do anything. It's actually insane. And also, I think that too is, instead of learning how to do it and Googling how to do it blank space, he just said, let me call Gigi and just have Gigi help me figure it out. Always.
And so then a few days went by. I had started streaming with other people. I was doing streams on my channel. I was doing streams on my channel solo. I was doing streams on my channel with other people, and I was doing streams.
When you're saying that you guys had decided on doing fourth wall, would that have been like while you were at that same time that you were still going on panel with him? Because like from what I could see, like it feels like you stopped going on panel around the end of January, and then in February you were kind of like doing your own thing.
So, I'm sorry, you said yeah. So I was still going on panel with him when we were having this conversation.
Okay, about setting up fourth wall. Okay,
correct. So we were still paneling together. And I guess after that, he was saying like, he never asked me to go on his channel, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, well, because I was on your channel for your stream, and then you ended your stream, and we streamed together on your channel, and then I'm going live on mine an hour later. Like, we just streamed together an hour ago. Like, I felt like it would be overbearing for me to be like, hey, now you come on mine.
But it was like a date. It was date night.
Okay. No, I mean, I don't think he's obligated to your platform at all, but...
So, yeah, so that's where we were at on the merch. So I started streaming with other people. And
Ella, I think it was Ella. I think other people means Ella T. Petty.
And I noticed during that time that he was
Revolver Birdie says it perfectly. Hussey's password is password. But the problem is, Revolver Birdie, if you ever hear this clip, he wouldn't even remember that for some reason.
like talking to me whatsoever, and he had made a post on his YouTube. Can anybody do merch for me? I will pay you. Email me. And so I was like, okay, what the fuck is that about? Like,
yeah, that's the one.
Oh, so the merch post was made after the two of them had already talked about me. See, I thought up until today, July 14th, 2026, that merch post was what started the merch conversation. So he must have gotten all butthurt that Ryan was now streaming other people. So he did one of those passive aggressive things that you see desperate people do on Facebook. Does anybody want to help me with merch? Hoping that the person sees it and they message you and go, hey, I saw your post. What's that about? Oh, Hussy, I'm so fucking embarrassed. I can't take it.
He did on
Thank you, Little Red. Thank you, Vicky. I can't. I'm going to throw up.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, wait, what about Valentine's Day? Hold on, what?
On his YouTube, can anybody do merch for me? I will pay you. Email me. And so I was like, okay, what the fuck is that about? Like,
yeah, that's the one he did on Valentine's Day.
Oh, he was feeling hurt. It's bad enough he was feeling butthurt. He was feeling butthurt on Valentine's Day. Oh, Hussy. Kind of feel bad for him now.
You got some good up in there.
He made a whole ass post to make Ryan feel bad on Valentine's Day.
Gigi, let me tell you something.
I didn't realize it was on Valentine's. Maybe at the time I realized, but I didn't remember that it was Valentine's Day. But there was multiple posts.
People, I need help with merch. If you have experience, I'll be willing to pay you for your time.
Yeah, so there was multiple times where 2 to 3 times where he made a post asking for somebody to do his merch. And it's like, okay, I'm not in middle school or high school. I'm not playing these games with grown men on the internet. So
especially when you're straight,
you have a problem with something, why don't you just text me and we'll have a conversation instead of you doing
my God, I can't believe I'm just thinking of that's such a passive aggressive fucking weirdo move.
Some backhanded shit trying to get me to text you to be like, oh my God, what's the problem?
That's exactly what he wanted, and I called it before Ryan even said it. He literally wanted Ryan to know he was mad, and I'm like, dude, come on.
So
like, no, I'm not.
You just ignored it.
At that point, I'm like, fuck that drama. So I just fucking ignored it because I'm not doing that shit. And at that point, I knew, like, okay, he's playing like some games, and I wasn't feeding into it. And then we had talked much more sparsely at this time, you know, maybe once a week. And I wasn't going, and he wasn't asking me to go on a stream anymore. So I wasn't on a stream after.
And we know that behind the scenes, he was messaging Caribou, bitching that Ryan was now going on panels with Ella T. Petty, and he just clearly seemed very bothered by that.
These posts were made about, oh, can somebody do my merch? And so I had asked him, there was another streamer, somebody that is completely just an innocent bystander, who I asked, hey, is this guy all right? This guy's cool, right? I'm talking to him. Him and I are probably going to do a stream together.
I mean, that's all you... That story, Garby, is all you need to hear to know that he really liked Ryan. And why he can't just fucking say that, I don't understand. Like, that story alone is all you need to know. Help me with merch. And then Ryan's is his own thing. And now, can anybody help me with merch? I'll pay you. Knowing damn well what the intent of that was. Like, Hussy, just fucking own it.
And he just answered back and told me to go ask another person. Like,
oh hold on, I missed that.
Who I asked, hey, is this guy all right? This guy's cool, right? I'm talking to him. Him and I are probably going to do a stream together.
Yeah.
And he just answered back and told me to go ask another person. Like, oh, why don't you go ask this person that you've been streaming with? So I didn't answer that because I'm like,
wow. So did he really say to him, go ask Ella? I mean, I feel like why am I having deja vu? Maybe I knew that.
Like what? Like, so he right there, he was telling me.
He is literally sounding like a woman scorned. What is it? Hell hath no fury like a hussy scorned.
He's jealous that I'm streaming with somebody else, and I guess, and not him. And so I ignored that text. I didn't even reply. And even Carrie has come out and said, oh, he told me he said that, and blah, 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 blah. And they were talking about it.
I'm not going to be ignored.
So now,
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
2 days goes by, probably between 2 and 3 days goes by, and Hussy had just done a stream where he had confirmed some type of info with Shani and Rev's house, right? So now I go live an hour or two after Hussy, and I'm on live stream, and my stream had just started, and I start saying how on Hussy's stream he said he called the town and confirmed this info about Shani and Rev's house, and literally
wait, he called a town to confirm? Oh, Jesus.
Within like 30 seconds of me mentioning his name, he texts me and says, don't ever fucking mention my name again.
Stop it. Stop it. What?
And I'm on live stream, and my stream had just started. And I start saying how on Hussy's stream, he said he called the town and confirmed this info about Shandy and Rev's house.
So he starts his stream and tells everybody, hey, oh my God, Hussy. Hey, everybody, Hussy called this town to confirm about Shandy and Rev, and Hussy texts him and started.
Literally within like 30 seconds of me mentioning his name, he texts me and says, don't ever fucking mention my name again.
Gigi, let me tell you something.
Oh, Ryan, after yesterday's nonsense with that fucking gremlin in a Party City wig, this is exactly what I needed.
Okay.
So,
oh my God.
I'm on stream. I look at the text.
Oh, we need the banana song? Okay, if you insist.
Banana, banana, banana. Don't put it in my butt.
Actually, I need a sip of water. Let me do another one for you guys. Another favorite of yours. Where is it? Where's the... Here it is. Nice sip of water.
High energy. Your love kicking me, kicking my ass.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Stars. Best stream ever.
All right, do you want to say something?
I was gonna say, do you know the date on that?
Oh, God, great.
I can find out right now.
Tell us.
Because
you want the date?
Well, it's funny because in my notes I have you saying something about Ryan gets a weird message. I do have this, but the date's wrong. It's January the 29th. It couldn't have been then.
So I did not say anything on stream.
Oh, okay.
I did not allude to anything happening on the stream. So there was nothing in my stream that I alluded to. I got the text and I answered him really quickly while I was on stream, and I just said no problem, and I immediately blocked him. Because to me, that was like strike three. Like, you're making these fucking... Oh, and somewhere in that time prior, he had texted me in the morning and said, oh, good morning, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, how about you? And then he comes back and it was just like, can you send me all the merch? And I was like, yeah, if you just go into the media section here, it's all right there. There you go. And he was like, got it, thanks. So he had asked me to send him all the merch as well, which... so then...
Yeah, basically have somebody else do the designs.
Right. Instead of just like communicating to me like, hey, what's the next step for the merch? Or when do you think we're going to be able to get it done? And keep in mind, this was something I offered to do for free. And then he was like, oh, I'll give you money. And I'm like, no, I don't care. I have free time right now. I don't want fucking, I don't need money from this. This is not how I get money. So I was offering to do it for free. And then he...
Well, I guess what confuses me is like, because you're not wrong that he, it depends on what the date of that message is, but like ultimately, like he probably gave you a good 2 weeks that you had told him, hey, make this merch store, and he isn't doing anything about it. Like, he's not texting you asking you like, hey, what's with the merch store, and instead he's doing this passive aggressive thing
because he really just thought that Ryan was going to dedicate all his time to doing that store, just like he has his friend do those AI intros, which are fucking wild when you actually sit down and watch one of them. Hussy wants everything done for him, and he's more than happy to sit back and wait for it. And any passive-aggressive shit he was handing out was not because the merch store was not done. He probably still thought the merch store was being worked on. He was just mad. I know, Mama, the Thunder, I'm sorry. He was just mad because he was feeling like Ryan was moving on and shooting other people. Like, it's everything. Hussy really believes the world owes, and I cannot understand the mentality when you're 53, living on government assistance, begging for money for top shelf liquor and casino gambling. How you end up with the kind of mentality that the world owes you? I need Hussy to just explain that one thing on a stream for me. Why does he think everybody owes him something? Who told him he was special besides his nanny in 1956? Who told him he was special? Stephanie, it's like he thinks he's famous. Well, like 110% correct. It's like he wanted me to do his page, fix his Patreon. He wanted Ryan to do the merch store. Alex did this whole video showing him how to do OBS. He couldn't be fucked to learn it. He doesn't want to do anything himself. He's absolutely fucking lazy.
And I'd be almost curious.
Lazy and entitled.
How much he's texting you about other shit.
It's insane.
So I think after he made those posts, about the can someone do my merch? He wasn't texting me at all.
The headshots he had. Remember the signed headshots he was selling online? Like, I don't get it. Who keeps telling this man he's special?
You're a jerk. Like, he wanted me to reach out to be like, oh my God, what's the problem, Hussy?
Exactly.
What did I do?
That's exactly what he wanted. Like a scored lover.
And no, I'm a 33-year-old man. Like, no thanks. if you have a fucking problem with a friend, you don't do some weird shit like that. You text them, you say, hey, I have a problem with this.
You say, hey, Ryan, I'm feeling very hurt right now that you are streaming with Ella-T Petty. I'm feeling very hurt right now that you're not streaming with me 24/7 and we're not going on virtual dates.
And there wouldn't even have been a problem if he would have just said, hey, what's the next step on the merch? Or when is that going to be done? And I could have quickly said, oh, I was waiting for a login info for that website. Did you make that yet? Oh, no, you didn't? Okay, if you make that right now, I'll log in and upload it. Like, the work was already fucking done.
Yeah, that would have been like a 2-hour job at the most.
Right. The long part was already done. All I had to do was put the shit in the program. But, yeah, so the text happened while I was on stream. I blocked at that point, and I said, no problem, and I blocked him.
Okay.
And then I had him blocked for maybe a week. And I don't think he knew that he was blocked because I think he was still waiting for me to be like, Hussy, what's the problem? Tell me. Or
because he wanted Ryan to beg him.
He was making posts on his wall saying stuff like, oh, I might drag someone tonight. And he was making he made a poll that said, should I drag this person tonight? They're somebody I was friends with and they upset me, or some stupid shit like that. And so
embarrassing.
Probably 3 of those posts were made, right?
Embarrassing.
And so quick question, soft reset. Ryan, do you often give your number to people online? So no, it was a huge fucking mistake. And I learned. I was new to this. I was new to participating in communities like this back in January. So I had a lot of lessons to fucking learn. I had a lot of lessons to learn.
Learn them quickly, and like it gets so much easier from there.
Yeah, it has been a lot easier, but I literally I'm so over it at this point. I'm not even participating. Like I'm literally over it. I forget where I was at.
I can't wait to watch Hussy's reaction to this.
What was the date on that text message? Do you know?
1 second.
52-year-old teenage girl.
Okay, while I'm looking for that, so then he did a live stream, and I wasn't watching. Somebody had messaged me and said he didn't talk shit about you, but he said that he wasn't gonna name you and that this person just upset him and that was it. Blah blah blah.
Wow, he must have really liked Ryan because if it were anybody else, there would have been a goal, $100, and I'll drag this person. Man, Hussy, you were dickmatized. Absolutely, Ryan Lovestruck.
February 18th was when
because he's never shown that courtesy to anybody else.
Texted saying, "Don't mention my name anymore."
Yep, and then February the 19th, he makes a community post. Hold on, I think I have that here. February 19th. Just to give you a heads up, I might be calling someone out tomorrow, Hussy style. Don't say nothing or drag that fucker.
Yeah, that was the poll. So the day after, right? And so I said, not a problem to him, and I blocked him. So at this time, I think he didn't realize that I had blocked him, and he made a few posts. And then, whatever, I think it was a Friday night, and I was actually out working. And somebody had messaged me and said, hey, he didn't talk shit about you, but he said at the end that this person, you seem like the kind of man who takes responsible care of wigs. So somebody mentioned that he didn't talk shit. I know, I gotta stop looking. So basically, he didn't talk shit about me. So at that point, I was a fucking...
he was hoping for a reconciliation.
Sucker. And I said to this person, I said, should I just fucking call him and just try to squash this? Like, should I just fucking call him and try to squash it? So the person was like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And by the time the person responded, I'd already unblocked them and texted them and said, text me or call. I said, call me after your stream.
Oh my God. And Hussy's heart must have just fluttered. His heart must have pitter fucking patted. Oh my God. When that text came through, I would have loved to have been his caretaker. I mean, housekeeper, sitting there putting bologna in the freezer as Hussy burst into tears of fucking joy and happiness because Ryan, oh God, I would have loved to have been there.
You'll hear at the end of that stream, Carrie was on. He says to Carrie, oh, Carrie, check your text messages when you get off. So I think he had called Carrie and talked to her briefly, and then he called me. Absolutely nothing got settled on that phone call at all. I literally was trying...
I was just gonna say when Hussy leaked all the DMs with him and Carrie on the 19th, he texts Carrie and says Ryan just texted me, he wants to talk.
Shut up, Peach.
Yep. Yeah. So that he contacted Carrie over it before contacting me, and we spoke, and it just went absolutely nowhere. And literally,
I appreciate the fucking timeline. I'm glad he made these notes. I'm not gonna lie.
I was saying on the phone, I was like, I don't know what your fucking problem is with me. Like literally. One day shit was fine, and then the next day...
So the conversation did not go the way Hussy thought it was going to go. Oh, my goodness.
I don't fucking know what happened. And then he was just going, really? You don't know what happened? You don't know what happened? And I'm like, I'm asking you to tell me what happened. So, no.
Ryan got his first taste of the real Hussy.
I don't know what happened. And he was like, oh, well, there's like a fucking million things. And I was like, all right, so tell me.
Ooh.
And then he was like, I don't have the time. I got to get in the shower. I got to dye my beard. I got a pre-party stream to do at 9, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I got to get in the shower and dye my beard.
the time that it took you to just say that, you could have just told me what the problem was.
He wanted you to beg, Ryan. He wanted you to beg. No, Hussy, please. Talk to me. Tell me where I went wrong. Oh, Hussy. God, like literally like a lover scorned. It's like his first fucking love.
So he was literally like, still just playing games instead of just being like, oh, I have a problem with this. So I'm like, dude, just fucking tell me what the issue is. And finally he was like, my fucking merch. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you are so fucking entitled. Like something I offered to do for you for free, which I got 2/3 of the way done on, because it wasn't done exactly in your time frame, because you stopped communicating with me. Because it wasn't done exactly in your time frame, you're gonna act like you paid me thousands of dollars or some shit and talk to me like a piece of fucking dirt.
It had nothing to do with that.
Over something I offered to do for you for free.
It had nothing to do with that.
And this is how you treat me.
Nothing.
And so that basically nothing positive happened on that call, right? So, you know, I was just like, all right, whatever, have a good night. And then literally he went live about an hour later and he said a bunch of shit about me, called me all sorts of fucking things. Right?
Oh, okay.
Then,
all right.
Okay, after that, I left him unblocked.
Well, I was just gonna say really quickly, if I remember it correctly, he tried to send you $50. You were like, nah, like and you said, you know, you refunded it back to him, right?
Yeah, so I think
$50, and he talks about my fucking 40. Bitch, you beat me by 10.
after the first night that I started working on the merch.
Blank Space, speaking of, was in also Woti's chat. Ryan needs to understand this all stems from Hussy having a crush and feeling like Ryan was rejecting him, and they got super jealous of Ella going on. That's what I'm picking up here. That's exactly what I'm picking up by Hussy's behavior. I mean, it's literally like lover scorn behavior.
Before I had even sent him any proof of concept over, he had sent me 50 on Cash App. I refunded it. And I said, look, I'm not taking the money, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, I'm going to pay you, da, 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 da. And I said, all right, well then hold on to the money for now, at least until it's 100% finished. And I didn't want to take it, but he seemed intent on sending it. Like literally $50. What the fuck am I gonna do with $50? Like I literally.
Yeah, and I mean, I've set up these merch stores before. They're very easy to do, like on your own. It's just like a few clicks and like you've got it all put together. So it's not like anything even charge worthy necessarily. But at the same time, like, you know, had it gone somewhere, you probably would have wanted it on the profit somewhere down the line, right?
Well, I did have, like, I had a pretty good idea for, like, month-to-month rollouts on new themes and stuff. So maybe if it, like, took off super successful and, you know...
No, I don't, but I'll have to look it up after.
He was selling a few grand worth of merch a month. Then maybe I would have been like, hey, let me get a certain percentage off.
It would have been Charlene buying 5 sweatshirts a month to make him feel special. It's like, I swear, Charlene's lot in life is to make Hussy feel special. I don't know if it's because she doesn't want to be treated like I was and others. Like, I don't get the Charlene situation at all, especially when she sits there professing her Christianity or whatever, and then she'll sit in a chat with Hussy saying the most vilest fucking things about people. I like to think that it's probably because she just doesn't want to deal with that side of Hussy. But I feel like if anybody was gonna buy merch, just she's probably literally walking around butt fuck God knows where with loudmouth Hussy shirts, pantaloons, mugs, headshots, just to keep him happy. It's really fucking weird. It's like literally a doting grandmother. But I feel like they're almost the same age, which makes it even fucking weirder.
But to start it up, I
think that's reasonable. I understand what you're saying, like, you know.
Yeah, to start it up, whatever, not a lot of work. But if it was super successful, then yeah, maybe I would have wanted to negotiate something because I was doing all the work, or well, would have been doing all the work.
Oh, Ovish, he did. Oh my God, Deja, yes. Who was it? A couple years ago, somebody. Oh my God, yes, somebody was selling fans. What do you call those fans that go clack? The clack clack Cali fans. And somebody, I think it was clack clack Cali fans. Somebody, when he was first doing Miss Glory Gloria, put his face on a clack clack fan. Anybody else remember that? And he got real fucking mad about it, and I feel like he probably threatened to sue them or something, and they ended up taking down their merch. You are so right, Overfricta. This is not the first tussle involving merch that Miss Hussy has had in his very lengthy and bannervating YouTube career. I think it was clack clack fans. I really do.
So
it was Hippie Co. Hypico made merch? I don't remember that. I remember him getting really mad. No, it was COVID-19 masks. It was COVID-19 masks. Somebody was making masks with Hussy's face on them, dressed like Miss Glory Gloria, and he lost his shit. That's anybody else getting that? Or am I making that up? I'm pretty sure it was COVID-19 masks. Wow, I totally forgot about that.
I left him unblocked.
You think that's on the farm somewhere? Be right back.
After that phone call. And then he talked a bunch of shit about me that night, and I didn't I didn't watch the stream. I really don't watch any of it because I don't want to fucking see it. And the next, it was either that night or the next. You know what? It was either that night or the next day. And it was the next day. He texted it and said, "How many people?"
Hold on. I'm trying not to listen. I searched for the word masks. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thread. Hold on. It would have been the Hater Nation thread because this would have been way before Hussey had a. I'm searching for the word masks to see if I get lucky because I feel like it had to do with COVID-19 masks.
You tell.
Vidal, I don't know how to find proof of that, but now that Overfricta mentioned our merch tussle, I'm having this deja vu about a fucking mask, and they were selling it, and they said that it was an homage to Hussey or to Glory Gloria, and he got real fucking mad because they were making profit off of his face, and they were the ugliest fucking masks anyways, and I feel like it was literally his big old... I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep looking.
And I was like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he said, about the problem between you and me. And I'm like,
CD remembers it was COVID masks. Yes. Somebody find the proof. It's got to be something out here somewhere.
Ignored that because it's like, dude, you have been putting this shit on YouTube for the last fucking week, teasing it. And then you finally talk a bunch of shit about me.
Yeah, if anybody can find it, please. I'm trying to listen to him, and I'm also have on my other monitor, I have Hater Nation shit going, and I don't remember I don't even know what to look for.
Last night for 2 fucking hours straight. And then you want to fucking press me about who did I talk to about it?
Was it
like,
Hippico? Because maybe I'll search for Hippico's.
Is that logical?
The thing was, I guess it was probably the day after that people started speculating because he kept being like, I want to talk about somebody, but wouldn't talk about who it was, you know, that kind of game.
Everyone knew who it was. I was on his stream every fucking other day, and then all of a sudden I was gone.
Stop showing up on his stream, the Valentine's Day post, the fucking, can someone help me?
Got it. Got it. I don't have proof because the video's unavailable. Oh no, the video has been archived. Oh, we're gonna download it so we can watch it at a later date. November 16th, 2020. Glory was ranting about Hippico in his live yesterday at the 6-minute mark. He's denying that he threatened her with his attorney despite doing it on video for all to see. So he was threatening attorneys in 2020. Still claiming he had no idea the design was for merchandise, even though it was the title of the message that Hippico had sent him. 1322 claims to have gotten cease and desist emails from YouTube about his channel being harassing and bullying. Says the email he got yesterday was threatening to bring him to court. He doesn't think they are legit. And oh my god, this is great. I just downloaded the video. Thank you. We now have content for later in the week. We're going to do a retro Hussey react. Oh, I can't wait. Whoever brought that up in chat, I think it was Overfricta. Thank you so much. Over, if you want the exact farms post, tweet me or DM me on Twitter and I will send you this post directly. But this is the video. Oh my god, this shit is so old. DC interviewing Dammit Shane. Oh my god, it's on page I'll just tell you, it's on page 311 of the Hater Nation stream. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you. Bye.
Merch shit, like it was obvious to everyone at that point, and even I wasn't willing to say that it was you for sure because I didn't know at the time, but like I wasn't surprised when I figured it out.
Right. So then he said, oh, who did you tell? I ignored him because I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. And then he texted me like 20 minutes later because I didn't answer, and he's like, that's what I thought. I knew it or something. Oh, you don't even have to tell me now because I know who you told. And then at that point I blocked him again. And then like a day or two,
he threatened to sue Hippico. He denies it, but apparently in the video I just downloaded, there's proof of it. He threatens to sue Hippico because Hippico made merchandise with his face on it. So yeah, to Vidal's point, he's always been this person. He was very upset. Oh, here's the... Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I can show this. Hold on. Can I save this image? Yes. So here's a little taste of it. I'm gonna make a screenshot so I can make it bigger. There's even tweets, guys. There's tweets. I'm sorry. I know this is Rebuildable Ryan, but oh, what a treat this is to go back in time. Hold on. So here is him and Hippico fighting on Twitter in 2020. Hippico says, that's a lie and an unregistered design page. And stop sending me threatening emails. You never got threatening emails. You were lying. Prove it, says Hussey. Hippico says, you threatened me with your attorney. You threatened to report me to Teespring. You also threatened me with a YouTube video about me. You do not have any permission to publish my information. Miss Hussey, you didn't design anything. You simply took a snapshot of my face. Hippico says, take down my personal info and don't ever speak to me again. Oh, shit. Okay, so we're going to have to revisit this because I feel like this is very, very pertinent to the topic at hand because people, you know, keep telling me, Gigi, Belinda, you guys are idiots. He's always been like this. And we obviously just were not paying attention because he's always been like this. God bless him. Always. Oh, shit. I forgot to close this. All right, listen to it again. I got to save this anyway. Save this. Perfect. All right, let me turn that off so I can do it again.
Oh my
stars. I'm hoping there's more here about it, but I think that video will be enough. Let's continue.
Later, he was saying on stream that like, oh, Ryan blocked me. I didn't think it was that serious. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so that's also, I have that as well, that he said on the 25th that you blocked him. He actually made a whole fucking post.
Yeah, and he acted surprised, but he knew because he called me from private the next fucking day and left me a voicemail.
He called you from, wait, he like star 69'd you?
Yep.
Wait, what?
25th.
Sorry, I was just laughing because apparently Hussey made a video, a TMI story. I'm downloading it where he talks about his weight loss surgery and how he felt terrible after getting it done because he was still big, couldn't fart, and couldn't poop. He had to go back to the hospital a few days later to have his butthole inspected, and he hadn't showered since before his surgery. Oh, God. There's so much good shit here, Vidal. Did you know this? Oh, God, Jasmine, the sequel. That fucking psycho. I forgot about her. Oh, there's so much good shit here. If anybody wants to watch that video, it's page 310 of the Hater Nation thread, but I've also downloaded it to react. Oh, this is great. Anyway, sorry.
That you blocked him. He actually made a whole fucking post.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, and he acted surprised, but he knew because he called me from private the next fucking day and left me a voicemail.
Okay, sorry. Okay, see, I was listening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody yelling at me. Listen, but this shit's good. I'm sorry. I had no idea this shit was going back this far. This is wonderful. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna listen now.
Yeah, so that's also, I have that as well, that he said on the 25th that you blocked him.
Okay, yep.
He actually made a whole fucking post.
Yeah, and he acted surprised, but he knew because he called me from private the next fucking day and left me a voicemail.
Oh my God. So he told everybody that he was blocked months ago, and then the next day said, I called him from a private number to leave him a voicemail. Hussey, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Hussey?
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
What is wrong with him?
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
This motherfucker is star 67ing people like it's the fucking 80s and 90s all over again.
He called you from, wait, he like star 69'd you?
No, star 67, you children. Boomer here. It's star 67. Star 69 was when you wanted to call somebody back. Oh God, we're so old. I hate my life. Yeah, star 67 was when you wanted to block your number back in the day. Star 69 is when you wanted to do a call back. So for all of you youngins out there who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, if you wanted to call somebody and wanted your number to show up as blocked or unlisted, you would do star 67 and then you would enter the 9-digit phone number, area code plus the number, and when the phone would ring, it would show up as blocked or unlisted or something.
Left me a long ass voicemail because at that time my dog was having some issues with her ears, and I was saying on my stream how she was gonna have to go to the vet again and blah blah blah. And so he left me a voicemail about how that shows my character that I blocked him because he was just trying to call me to see how Sadie was doing, and it really shows my character and blah 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 blah.
Oh my! Somebody.
So when he acted surprised, what's that?
Someone said play the voicemail.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
No, play it.
All right, fair. But yeah, that's fucked up. Like that's like he was coming at you because you said that your dog was sick.
By the way, for future reference, playing a voicemail is totally illegal. It has nothing to do with recording. If you even if you're in a one-party state, I learned that if you leave a voicemail for somebody, you are pretty much giving you're giving consent that they can play that publicly, and you have no expectation of privacy. You're welcome.
Yeah, because he was just trying to call me to make sure she was all right, and it something like it showed my character that I had him blocked or something.
Oh, that he had you.
Oh, thank you, Shooter, for sending me 5 memberships. Who else? Let's see. Lauren, Sydney, D, Miss Butler, and Elizabeth. Make sure you thank Shooter for the 5 memberships. Thank you, Shooter. Shooter, much appreciated.
Blocked. I thought it showed your character that your dog was sick.
No. That
Okay.
it just showed my character that he was blocked, and he was just trying to call to check on my dog. Blah blah blah.
To check on my dog. That is wild. It is giving Fatal Attraction, but
I mean, it really is. And I wish I knew Rhodey was gonna say that. I would have. You know, I'm gonna fucking play it again. Who cares?
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm playing it again.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
I'm not going to be ignored.
This is so much better than I ever imagined.
I'm not going to be ignored.
Ryan.
Speaking of a similar situation, because before we go further along, I wanted to ask you, because Carrie said something recently about Kyler and how you had given Kyler money, and I was wondering if you could tell me what happened there.
Kyler is the Mormon with the sheet, according to Garby, correct? Kayla is the one whose grandpappy had slaves. Did I get that correct? I don't know why I get them confused all the time.
So
Jay,
I really don't want to go too much into Kyler. However, what I will, as deep as I will go on it, is I will say that Kyler didn't reach out to me to ask for money. Okay. What happened was, I think Hussey had asked for, or did a little fundraiser for her on his stream, yada yada yada.
All right, cool.
And then,
I'll check it after the stream.
And then I reached out to her, and then I offered
Garby, you're getting sued.
to raise money for her on like 2 of my streams in a row. So she didn't reach out to me to ask for money.
Okay.
And also, Kyler definitely did not send me nudes. That didn't happen. And also, neither did Ari.
Okay, so Kyler did not send him nudes. Congratulations on that one.
Neither did Ari.
Like, I'm relieved for Ryan.
No, that brings up a good topic that I want to touch on real quick. Ari didn't send me nudes. Like, that's crazy. The person that did.
And isn't she the Mormon lady? Why would she be sending nudes anyway?
And that everyone knows who sends those pictures. Yeah, and there was literally like, I don't have a problem with her. Whatever.
Anja comes in here and everyone gets all perplexed and fugated.
She's wild. Let her live her life. I don't have an issue with her, but she has messaged me multiple times, all that I have not responded to any of them, and sending pictures. So that was who.
Anja, are you sending this man your breastises?
Sent, and I never even told him.
Leave this man alone.
Name. I just said that that it had happened.
Is that what he's saying?
So he assumed that.
I know, Frank. A lot of people don't like Anja. Listen, there's only like 2 or 3 people who are not allowed in this bitch. Everyone else, I don't care.
Aria,
as long as they're respectful. But is he saying that Anja sent him his breastises?
My chat that it must be her. And even at the end of his stream where he had initially made that up, he said at the end, like, well, I don't know if it's her. Who else would it be? Because she's the only person with a wrench in his chat. Yada yada yada.
It might be Anja. You know, the person who is like historically known for sending nudes to everybody.
And literally what
she
said
does
was,
she? Oh, Anja, please don't send me your breasts, please. I don't want to see anybody's breasts.
And I didn't respond. I didn't respond to her, and
if
then
you don't respond fast enough, she sends them anyway.
Right, she sent them, and then after she said,
"How do I do like a breast filter?"
The pictures that have Carrie and Hussey so mad.
She's absolutely insane. I mean, I like, it's kind of like I had said earlier. I've said all I can say about Anja. She's just gonna send her nudes.
Ryan said it was. Oh, am I reading that correctly? Hold on.
Right, she sent them, and then after she said, "These are the pictures that have Carrie and Hussey so mad."
Oh, hold on, I'm wrong one. Aria.
She's absolutely insane. I mean,
he told me Ryan told him it was her. So help me understand if I'm reading this situation correctly. Was Hussey getting upset that Ryan was getting breastises from women, and then he told Carrie, "Hey, Ryan told me that Aria sent him her breastises"? Because from what I understand, not only does Hussey give off this weird, like, is he or is he not jealous thing with Ella T. Petty, I've also heard he gets very, very, very butthurt when it comes to this Aria person. Like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend, Aria? So did I get that correct? Where he thought that Aria was sending Ryan her breastises, and he went to Carrie all mad about it because, nobody but Hussey should be sending Ryan their breastises. And he told Carrie, Ryan even told me it was Aria, and Ryan's out here saying, no, I never said that. Did I get that correct? Oh my God. Hussey! Girl!
It's...
Girl, her vagine too? Oh, jeez.
Kind of like I had said earlier,
he didn't want anybody sending Ryan anything. The vagine... The breasts. What about booty crack? Can we send Ryan booty crack? I'm not sending him my flat ass. But you know what I mean? Like, would Hussy have been mad about booty crack?
Said all I can say about Anja. She's just going to send her news to everybody.
More
and
of this.
Be aware that she's not careful
Eric, I can't take much more than this.
Yeah, would it be harassment of some sort?
Well, I mean, my argument was like she said that she told me when we had talked to her on Hussies was that she just went through a list just clicking names after name and just sending her nudes to different people. I'm like, you don't know if those people are minors or not. So like,
that is a valid point. Anja, stop sending your breasts to people before you scar a teenager for life or an underage person. Not only scar them, that's also gonna be illegal.
God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't just send them indiscriminately.
How do we rehab this woman to stop sending her nudes to people? Especially me.
To whoever. Like, you have to know
she sent her nudes to Cyrax. That's it. I'm going home. I'm done.
Who you're sending them to.
I'm fucking done.
Yeah, that would be bad. Why do you have this terrible thumbnail of me, you son of a bitch?
Listen, you want to know what's funny is that thumbnail, the blurry thumbnail from the first place was from a completely different thing. It was from Cooking with Jack stream. I just yanked it because I needed something blurry.
I hope not. Oh wait, that wasn't a real thumbnail. I used it for my thing because I took it from Moti.
From a completely different thing. It was from Cooking with Jack stream. I just yanked it because I needed something blurry. And then I found this, and
I love Cooking with Jack.
Like,
he's a mess.
That could actually pass for the blurry thumbnail.
Wait, is that not Ryan? I thought that was Ryan. I'm confused. I used that for mine because I thought it was his. I don't know.
Oh my god! Yeah, I look like
my alternative thumbnail.
It was gonna be a worse picture.
Let's check my stream.
Hey, Lucifer.
Okay, hang on. I'm refreshing. I'm still seeing the same one.
No, look at the live stream itself, the video.
Oh, hang on, let me open it. Oh my, yeah, I'd prefer that one over the one you had.
Okay, I'll take it.
I think that one's hilarious.
What was that from? Was that you making fun of Hussy?
I wouldn't say I was making fun of him. I was just, I was having a good time.
Yeah, that was back when you were still friends with him, though, right?
Yeah, we were cool, so it wasn't like to make fun of him or anything.
Yeah. So did anything crazy happen with Fallon?
Oh, Fallon Watts.
Do you want to give me 2 seconds? Let me take a leak, and then we'll talk about that.
Oh, pee break.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm gonna drink water while we wait. Can I I'm gonna tap forward until Ryan reappears.
I'm sorry. Wanting to.
Okay, so Ryan's back here.
Yeah, you were gonna tell me about Fallon.
There we go.
Howdy.
Here it goes.
Hasn't been able
okay.
to hello.
Howdy.
Yeah. So. Well, you were gonna tell me about Fallon actually. Hold on.
Oh, Eric, please, I can't.
Oh, you want me to hold on?
No, you go ahead. I'm just waiting.
Oh, we're getting into the bodyguard thing?
To be honest, as far as like personal experience goes, I don't really have anything that people haven't seen on stream that
it's about Fallon Watts. I don't know if I care about her. I'll play it, but I probably don't have much to say. Because honestly, I haven't even said much about that bitch, other than I call her Fallon Watts because she defends Chris Watts. But she always got something to say about me when she's on a panel with Hussy. Like, I don't know why she wants to like suck up to Hussy so bad. It's like, man, there's so many better people you could be sucking up to. Why Hussy? Unless again, she just doesn't want to deal with the Hussy that myself and so many others have dealt with. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Anything crazy to say about Fallon? Fallon did come around like at the exact same time. Not the same time I did, because like I said, I was already involved in the Hussy's community for a year or so before I went on panel. But Ryan, were you protecting Hussy from the public or the public? Oh my god. Sorry, I thought that was a more important question. So I really didn't have much experience with her, because when Hussy and I were friends, him and Fallon weren't really close friends at that time. It wasn't until after him and I stopped talking that Fallon and him became closer friends. So I didn't interact with Fallon really too much. And the one thing I will say about Fallon is I think she did a stream like afterwards, after Hussy had really like, dragged me and said all this shit about me that in my opinion is 100% false and manipulating the facts of the situation and the story. She went live and said shit about me and the people I was streaming with, and it's like, respectfully, she had no idea about anything that had happened. Like, and I feel like they all say like you have to hear both sides of the story to know. Like,
you got some good up.
You got some good up in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird how this Fallon person just like takes up for Hussy and just goes after people if they're on stream with her, and I'm just like, that's just weird to me. Like, get your own identity.
Truth.
Preferably not Chris Watts's next wife.
And it's like, but whenever they hear one side, that is their friend's side, they will immediately run with it without hearing the other side.
Right. No, I agree with you. And Fallon is probably the best example of that. Like, every time Hussy says something, like Hussy claps, snaps, and Fallon runs. Like, she just like will immediately just agree with whatever Hussy says. It's very, very cultish.
Yeah, it is a little weird. So I won't say anything bad about Fallon. The only thing I would say is, like, I don't understand why she said a bunch of stuff about me when she really didn't even know me. But
in the club.
That's really all
she's talking about. She's just parroting Hussey because that's what she does, and she did that for all those people, like all the people that she's calling out now in Krama. She did that for them too, you know. So it's just that's just Fallon.
Weird.
One of the chat questions was about the bodyguard comment.
I can't wait to the bodyguard story.
The big one from chat is what about you being his bodyguard? Because that would have been probably very early on.
So remember though, we caught him lying, saying I never said bodyguard, and I played the clip of him literally saying bodyguard.
Was it before or after the merch? You know.
I can't fucking remember, but here's here's what happened. So I'd say 4 to 6 weeks before I ever went on panel, and this is crazy because this is really early on when Fallon started supporting and being in Hussey's chat as well. Hussey was doing a stream where
this was
he was talking about going
panel?
Before, not the bodyguard thing, but this is how it started.
Okay,
you'll understand in a minute. It'll be clear in a second. So he did a stream where he was saying how he wanted to go to PA and interview Jason and Shani, or maybe it was just Jason, one of the two. And so he had invited Carrie, and Carrie was on stream. I remember he said to Carrie, like, hey, would you want to go? And she was literally like, yeah, I'll have to talk to Michael. But anyways, people started sending money because he was like, if I go, you know, I could raise the money for the room, yada, yada, yada.
There we go, the dog whistle.
So literally people started sending money immediately. And I'm not saying that
he never went.
Did that because he didn't really ask for a goal. He was just kind of saying, maybe I will do this. And then people just took it upon themselves to start sending money. So Fallon sent like $50. I think I sent like $15 to $20, and then
to be fair, Hussey burps and Fallon finds that entertainment and will send $50 for that as well. So that doesn't actually mean anything.
It started like a dono train, and a bunch of people donated. He probably got $150 in like 5 minutes.
Shocking.
So, you know, fast forward a few weeks to a month later, him and I start talking, and we were talking about because I'm not far from him. We were talking about like because at this time his audience really liked me. They, you know. He would stream, and then if I would stream an hour later, his entire audience would come to my stream. They supported me a lot, and literally everyone that watched him at the time was watching me as well. So we were talking about how, like, you know, the audience would love if we did like an IRL stream in the city, and then somehow that conversation went to, I think I had brought up how he mentioned he wanted to interview Jason in person in PA, and I said, well, I could drive us there, and we can go and blah 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 blah. And I said I could just chill out and while you do it and yada yada yada. So I'm not sure how it turned into bodyguard.
So he never said. Again, this is he said, she said. She obviously Hussey. He never actually said, "Yeah, I'll protect you and keep you secure." According to Ryan, he just said, "Hey, yeah, I'll go with you. I'll go with you to go interview Jason. I'll pick you up and take you over there." Hussey, in his mind, if I'm to believe Ryan, created the whole Whitney Houston bodyguard scenario where he was gonna dress in silver plates, and he was going to sing Queen of the Night as he emerged from his high-rise, and Hussey was gonna scoop him up in a Cadillac, and they were going to and Ryan was gonna protect him all the way to PA and protect him in front of Rev and make sure that nobody pew-pewed him at the Oscars. Like that's what I'm getting from this. Now, if Hussey has proof of otherwise, I'd love to see it, but you know, I don't know why Ryan would lie about that. I feel like Hussey, maybe Ryan should have been more careful with what he said to Hussey, but it's becoming very clear to me that Hussey was just reading into a lot with this, and for some reason it sounds like he thought Ryan's attention was more than friendly attention, and I don't know. I'd like to see some kind of proof from Hussey, a receipt or something that shows that, because so far I'm just hearing Ryan's like, yeah, we can go to Pennsylvania together, and in Hussey's mind he was already sewing his wedding dress together. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, because he was very specific about bodyguard and sharing a hotel room and all this.
Well, first he said live, and then he said, I mean share a hotel together. Just saying.
I never said anything about sharing a hotel room.
See, that's so weird to me. You were gonna pick me up, you were gonna be my security guard, we were gonna share a hotel room together. And Ryan's like, I don't even know where that came from. Fucking strange.
All right.
And also, like, my plan.
Was this about, if I'm remembering correctly, was this about Hussey saying he wanted to take Rev out to Chinese buffet? Like he wanted.
No, that was later. That was later. I think that was later on after him and I had stopped talking. He was saying how like I offered to give them food and they wouldn't come on my panel to get it or whatever. But this was just, he was saying that he was going to take them to lunch and do an interview and blah blah blah. But that was two separate situations, I'm pretty sure. And also, there's one thing. This really doesn't have anything to do with Hussey specifically. It's just in general. But I don't know why some viewers are so, like, they really think if if you and somebody interact on the internet that like, oh, you must, if one guy's gay, or if it's a guy and a girl, like, oh, they're dating, or they're gonna be dating, or something like that. And it's like, I'll speak for myself. I didn't come to fucking YouTube to find a significant other, and that has never been my plan and never will be my plan. I came here just to have some fun and do some bullshit and fuck around. So why would I want to fucking date somebody that doesn't live anywhere near me when I could just date somebody in my town?
Right.
I don't think anybody thought. I mean, I never thought. I just assumed from the beginning that Ryan was a straight man. I never thought that there was any, romance there. And listening to Hussie talk about you were going to be a bodyguard, we were going to share a hotel together, I started wondering, well, maybe Ryan did say those things without realizing that he was unintentionally leading Hussie on, and I could see maybe why Hussie was kind of thinking, okay, getting the wrong message. But now listening to Ryan's like, I never said any of that to him. I don't know where he's getting it from. I don't think that Ryan even unintentionally led him on. I think Ryan was probably like, yeah, that'll be cool. And in Hussie's mind, the fucking wedding bells are ringing. It's strange.
And I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, do you feel like you're out here thirst trapping on the internet?
I would say maybe at time. I wouldn't say like I did it too bad, but I would say like I fed into there. Like there was a lot of women that said
fine
things.
If it is, but like I think that the way people tend to get like bent out of shape out of this is if they feel misled.
Yeah, no.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, I think it's delusional, but I think you have crazy people on the internet who get unnecessarily attached to content creators, and I've seen it with like other people. So like there are a segment of content creators on the internet that are men. Like I'm thinking of the solo dad guy, for example, where it's effectively like he's kind of pushing himself off as like a single dad, but the fact is he has a wife that just doesn't want to be on camera, and like, but he never really mentions her or whatever, and so it feels like a lot of women are kind of like more into him. Do you see what I'm saying?
I got you. So what I will say is, like, obviously I was aware that there was a lot of women that said stuff and blah blah blah. So I won't say that I specifically led anyone on, that's for sure. And the couple times that people said something along those lines, I immediately was like, hey, I'm definitely not here for that, blah blah blah. Yeah. So if people confuse me being nice with that, that was definitely not the case. And nobody can ever say that I led them on. And if they did, I would ask them to present evidence, because that didn't happen. But the only thing I will say is that, I'll do a short with my shirt off, or like, when I was doing live streams, I would make sure I didn't look like shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stuff like that. I definitely didn't specifically speak to anybody with the intent of, oh, I'm going to make them think like I
and that's the thing. Like, and I was willing to give Hussie like the benefit of the doubt if there was some kind of receipt where he did say, yeah, we could share a room together, and I would just say, well, maybe Ryan didn't think that through, and maybe he should have been a little sterner, right? Not telling a gay man who's clearly maybe interested in you that you're going to share a room. But he's literally saying, I don't know where any of that came from. So it's like, Hussie, did you just make this all up in your head? Did you think that even though he was being friendly to you, that you're so entitled to everything that you really thought that, oh yeah, I'm so beautiful that clearly this man wants me too? Like, Hussie, you got to take some fucking responsibility for this here. If he never said anything about hotel rooms and security guards, when are you going to fucking apologize? And be like, you know what, fine. He gave me attention, I was thirsty, and maybe I created this thing in my head that wasn't true. Like, you owe this motherfucker an apology, because you made it sound like Ryan was leading you the fuck on. And if Ryan did not, then you really should fucking apologize. But if he did and you have proof, you should defend yourself, because I will give you, because I know you're listening, you got nothing else to do, I will give you grace on that if you can show us something of him saying, yeah, I'll share a room with you, Hussie, yeah, I'll be a bodyguard. I can be like, okay, listen, I get why Hussie felt the way he did, but if none of that exists, motherfucker, you owe this motherfucker an apology.
Like them in that way.
Sorry.
Or anything of that nature.
Yeah, I think whether you do or don't, I think as long as you have appropriate boundaries between you and your audience, it never really should become that much of an issue.
Right, I agree. And
I don't want to give this motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. If there is something if Ryan's not being truthful here, now's your fucking chance, Hussie, to be like, yeah, I'm an idiot. Because you love talking about my $40 fucking with Tragic, but I've shown receipts where you could clearly see this person was reciprocating in multiple fucking ways. If you have that with Ryan, you really should show that. If you don't have it and it never existed, you got to take responsibility for creating this fucking narrative, because you made Ryan sound like a motherfucking creeper. Like, come on. You know what? Make a goal, $10, and I'll do the receipts, and I'll give you the fucking $10.
Say that, like, not that I'm not gonna make content in that is based in this community again.
Correct,
but,
Peach.
that was something that you know, I definitely was a learning curve for me. I needed to figure that out.
Yeah, and like I said, it's usually easier to learn these things like early on, and then just like it makes everything else seem way easier.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said it's easy. It's better to figure these things out very early on, and it makes the rest way easier. Even if you did keep.
Yeah, you're right.
But like, what are you saying?
You're right. Yep.
Are you quitting?
And again,
I mean,
Eric, like there's nothing wrong with having a crush, because like I said, you know, if Ryan said those things, okay, yeah, you got to be a little more careful. That's my advice to Ryan. You got to be more careful when you're talking to anybody, whether it's a straight woman or a gay man online. You got to be careful with your words. But I'm sorry, if Ryan never said hotel, if Ryan never said bodyguard, then I would think that Hussey would apologize. But you know that ain't gonna fucking happen. But fingers crossed.
I haven't made YouTube in I haven't made a video on my YouTube in a long time. Oh, well, sorry, I made the Blaze one, and that was kind of a spur of the decision that I shouldn't have made that.
I was gonna say we should actually talk about the Blaze thing, because like everything was kind of quiet for a while, and then the Blaze thing popped off, and I mean I think you had some good things to say to her in that video.
I just don't watch it. I don't watch the Blaze of the Fountain. I don't have the fucking energy for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just driving one day, and the day before, like, she kind of just, I felt like she spiraled on the internet, and I was like, I'm gonna make a quick fucking video just like talking about this subject real quick.
Yeah.
Did I know that, like, if I knew ahead of time that it would what would have come from it, I probably wouldn't have done it. But yeah, that kind of spiraled.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like, I guess to what extent is that your fault? You know what I mean? And because you were really to have a conversation with Blaze, and Hussey was kind of like completely ignoring his crying friend in the corner.
Yeah. So I guess that's where where it would have become my fault. I shouldn't have even viewed that stream. Somebody sent me a link on Discord and said, "Oh, Blaze is talking about you right now," and I clicked it. I was literally in bed about to go to sleep, and then I got fired up hearing what she was saying, and I went up there. So I guess that is
So that was the stream where people were like, Rebuildable Ryan's on Hussey's channel, and I misinterpreted that, or people were telling me that he was up there trying to find grace, and I think he just went up there to defend himself from what he was hearing from other people, and maybe probably just to squash stuff because he didn't want to deal with the drama. But I did definitely misread that situation, and I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
That's where it's my fault. Is I should have not even have clicked the stream, and I should have just completely ignored it.
And then makes a really good point. She's taking a break, so obviously what you said was helpful, and I mean that ultimately is the thing. Is I mean there definitely, I think, came some good from that.
Yeah, and whether it was or wasn't me that did that, I hope she is taking it serious and she can get it together. I don't want to see anybody on here fucking spiral because of YouTube. Like it's not worth that. It's
log the fuck off. Exactly.
Stupid. There was a question Carrie asked, and I can't find it. She said, "Was something? Could you tell Hussey was getting feelings for you, or were you surprised by that?" So Carrie, like, or everyone, like, he had said on stream that, like, oh, that I was hot and blah 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 blah, and he knew I was straight, and I guess I don't know. There was a point where I had said something about going to the city to do streams, and I didn't clarify. Like, in my eyes, I looked at that as like, I'll go to the city and you can meet me somewhere downtown. And then like a week later, he was like, oh yeah, when you come to the city, I could use your help with moving my desk and helping me rearrange things in my apartment. And I was like,
it sounds like Hussey was crushing and Ryan misread the situation, which is a totally normal situation. Like, it's totally normal to do that. Like, and again, if we could get some honesty from Hussey about how this works, but Hussey just can't admit anything. And it sounds like even Ryan's maybe like saying, you know what, maybe I did misread it, maybe I should have been more careful. But Hussey's side is just gonna be like, I never liked him, I never did that, blah 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 blah. It's just like, can everybody just be fucking honest? Because I don't think Ryan intentionally meant to hurt Hussey. I don't think Ryan intentionally meant to lead Hussey on. And I'm gonna say this as nice a way as possible. It's not to insult Ryan, but sometimes straight men are stupid. Okay, sometimes straight men are dumb, and with both gay men and women, sometimes they just don't realize that when they're being friendly, the lines get crossed and people think, you know, other things. And I don't think he meant to do that to Hussey, and Hussey could just admit that, yeah, maybe he misunderstood.
When I heard that, I was like, I was not intending on going to your apartment. I didn't say that, but in my head, I was like, I was not intending on going to your apartment. So I guess that's where it's my fault, and I should have just immediately, like, off stream, kind of drew a boundary and been like, hey, by the way, I didn't plan on going to your apartment. I wanted to meet you somewhere in the city, blah, blah, blah. So maybe that's where, I don't know, things went out of control or something. But honestly, I don't know. I thought he would have respected that I was straight, but I guess not. But then, you know, he also talks about how he likes straight guys or whatever. And I literally remember having a conversation with him where he was saying, like, something about a straight guy that, oh, it's not gay for a straight guy to get head from a guy. And I was like, that's gay. And he's like, no, not if it's just getting head. And I'm like, no, that's gay. Yeah.
I wanted to let him finish before he said that. I can't. And I think, like, Ryan, this should have been the point where you would have been, you know what I mean? I'm not blaming Ryan at all. I'm not blaming him. And I don't know how Ryan reacted, so we're going to finish that. But oh my God, like, straight people, let me tell you something. Whether it's a woman or a gay person telling you something like that, that should be your clue that this person is into you. And he clearly, Hussey, if this is true, clearly felt that maybe Ryan felt a certain way. If you do not feel that way, this is when you need to shut it down and say, whoa, yeah, no. And again, I don't know what Ryan's going to say, but I just want to make it clear to anybody listening. If you are speaking with a homosexual man, if you are speaking with a lesbian or a straight man or straight woman, and they say that to you, and you are not of that persuasion, or even it's not that interested, like it could be a heterosexual situation, but I guess you couldn't be because this is about, you know, you're not really gay, whatever. This is when you say, ooh, yeah, that doesn't work for me, and I think maybe I've led you on, or you feel I've led you on. Let's discuss this and shut it down now. So I want to hear it again though, because I'm kind of surprised.
I don't know. I thought he would have respected that I was straight, but go to your apartment. I didn't say that, but in my head I was like, I was not.
I want to hear that again.
Going to your apartment. So I guess that's where it's my fault, and I should have just immediately, like, off stream, kind of drew a boundary and been like, hey, by the way, I didn't plan on going to your apartment. I wanted to meet you somewhere in the city, blah, blah, blah. So maybe that's where, I don't know, things went out of control or something. But honestly, I don't know. I thought he would have respected that I was straight, but I guess not. But then, you know, he also talks about how he likes straight guys or whatever. And I literally remember having a conversation with him where he was saying, like, something about a straight guy that, oh, it's not gay for a straight guy to get head from a guy. And I was like, that's gay. And he's like,
I'm pretty sure that's at least bisexual. Maybe that's not gay, but I have to say that it's at least bisexual, because I don't know any fully straight man who could, and I know they say, like, there's a whole joke, gay for pay, like that's a whole thing. Somebody even bought me a shirt as a homosexual man.
Cause I'm a homosexual man.
Even though they know I'm gay, they bought me a shirt that says, I'm not gay, but 20 is 20. It's a shirt that's all over Vegas. And I thought it was hysterical, so somebody bought it for me. And I don't wear it, obviously, because it makes no sense. I'm a homosexual man. But, like, if you are a fully straight man, there's no amount of money that is going to say, oh, yeah, sure, I'll let you whatever me. If there is a dollar sign that you are willing to accept for that feature presentation, you, sir, are at least bisexual. So just hope that clears everything up.
Well, not if it's just getting head. And I'm like, no, that's gay. Yeah. I think he said it.
It is. I mean, it's, or at least bisexual.
Extreme too. But we were having a discussion about that, and I was like, no, that's gay.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, you ended up going back up there again a couple days later, and that was because after that, Hussey kept running his mouth, right?
Well, I thought we had ended that night when I went up on panel on a good term. I know there was people that were like, what the fuck are you doing, Ryan? You're making amends with Hussey. From my eyes, that's not what I did at all. And I feel like just because I didn't go up there and disrespect him and say crazy shit, they thought that I was trying to be friends with him again. But in reality, I was just trying. I haven't put this out on a lot. This is really the first time I put this out. The first time that I put it out before this stream right now was on his stream, in which I still remained pretty respectful and didn't go into full depth on that, on everything. And I'm still trying to be respectful on this panel and not going into full depth. But yeah, I thought we ended that on decent terms, and at the end he was like, unblock me, and you know, I have a new number now.
Unblock me, Ryan.
Unblock me, Ryan. Thank you for the clock jewels. So Jesse, still much appreciated. I'm hoping now what? What am I hoping for, Melissa? What I miss?
And then I immediately at that point was like, oh fuck, like I hope that this.
I mean, Yato, I kind of like like I say, like sometimes when you've dealt with Hussey, you don't want to deal with Hussey. Like I think that's it's after seeing what Hussey does to people, I could see why some people just want to be like, I really don't even want to like correct him, argue with him. You know what I mean? Like I get it. I get why some people, because look what he does. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna release your emails. I'm gonna release your DMs. I'm gonna tell people you got the STDs, your blood pressure, your perimenopausal, whatever the fuck it's called. So I get why some people just don't want to fucking deal with it.
Maybe just open up a new can of worms now, where like he thinks we're gonna be friends again, and yada yada yada.
Right.
So then like 2 days went by, and you did your stream, and I was in your chat, and I didn't say anything bad about him in your chat at all. I was participating with people in the chat, but I wasn't.
And it's not even about burning out defending. Like I'll always defend myself, Tailored. But like if you've maybe told Hussey too much information, I can see why you don't want to go back and forth with him. I can see why you don't want to deal with him, why you don't want to continue a back and forth. Like when I wasn't addressing him last August, it wasn't because I thought he had anything damning on me. It's because I just didn't want to deal with it at the time, right? But if you have had conversations with him and there are things that maybe you don't want publicized, of your phone number or your personal information, like look what he did to Stephanie, right? Look who's in chat. Look what he did to Stephanie, minus the comment. I'm gonna release your emails, your full docs, your photo review with your granddaughter, blah blah blah. You just don't want to deal with that. I don't have any of that shit with him. I don't give a fuck. That's why he's got to make the shit up that he makes. But maybe Ryan just didn't want to fucking deal with it,
saying anything about him whatsoever. I didn't mention his name or even talk on any subject about him. Yeah, Raven says she loves the unblock me Ryan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So 2 days later,
that is how he is. Is like if he wants it and you just barely crack the door open, he's swinging that shit open.
Correct.
Breaking the hinges too.
Right.
Like,
and because you owe him a response.
So yeah, 2 days later, he's like, and Ryan, you're not fucking welcome here. And he was trying to paint the picture to his audience as that I wasn't welcome here because I was in your chat and I was a member and I donated to you.
Oh yeah, he is.
But
absolutely.
2 months ago,
I mean, I'm having a great fucking time, but he is. I can see how he is. Yeah.
On his stream, he was saying how he screenshotted me becoming a member of your channel and blah blah blah.
Listen, you guys can all fight in chat. I was only highlighting Stephanie's comment as an example of what Hussey could do to you as a viewer or a creator. Continue fighting. I don't care.
Wow, so he already knew that 2 months ago. So
I mean, like I said, Carrie takes it. You guys listen. Like, but even when Negs was here, I was like, listen, y'all want to fight with Negs? Negs can fight with you. I don't care. Just don't throw out any homophobias, any racisms. Don't throw out any doxing, and y'all can turn this place into UFC 862 for all I care.
How are you going to say now that the reason why I'm not welcome in your chat is because I'm a member of yours and I support you? You knew that 2 months ago when you were on stream and you said I have a screenshot of Ryan becoming a member of WOTI. And
he was so mad at that. He was so mad that you give money to people who trash talk me, and I don't know why you would do that if you like me. And then meanwhile he turns around and is like, Tragic, here's $5. Let's work together.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. So it's, to me, it seems like because I won't speak with him privately anymore, that's why I'm not welcome
in my eyes. I don't respect myself either, so I don't expect you to.
I'm there anymore.
Well, I mean, I think you have good reason to not want to speak to him privately.
Correct.
And then if I had sent him $50 that night, I think I still would have been welcome there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Ryan. Look at Charlene. Charlene ran over to another community, told them crazy stories, I believe, about the will. He wanted to get in my will. Told them all this crazy shit that a normal person would never be allowed back into Hussey Nation if they did. But because she got that money, I guarantee you she paid her way right back into Hussey's good graces. 100% correct.
Even if I was a member of you.
Yeah.
And fuck, there was one more thing that I really want to touch on that ties in with this, and it just went out of my fucking head.
Well, hurry up and figure it out.
Oh, shit. Damn it. I need to stop looking at the chat.
Was it about your phone number thing, or?
No.
No. Because yeah, that was the only thing I remember was the you said you had changed your phone number and he wanted your new number.
Yeah, and just to be clear, because I think I saw people saying some stuff, I didn't change my number because of him. After he had called me that one time, like 2 days after I blocked him, he didn't try to bother me again. He didn't harass me or anything.
Your channel is X. What the hell are you talking about on screen?
Like that afterwards. So I didn't change my number because of him. It was something. It had nothing to do with YouTube. Why I changed my number. It was real life shit.
So he changed his number, had nothing to do with Hussey. So that's good to know. But then Hussey was like, what's your new number? And Ryan was like, absolutely not.
And I literally remembered what I wanted to say and forgot it again.
I actually have chicken legs, Yato. My legs don't make no sense. I got fat ass thighs though, but the rest of my legs, they don't make no sense. If you ever let me stalk you in Vegas, you can see that for yourself.
Fucking A. I'm putting the chat away.
Was it not Blaze?
So hopefully that no. Hopefully that comes back to me before we end this. Shit, man.
Well, I don't actually have any other questions. I was wondering if the chat had any questions.
Let's go.
Other than
chat.
like, what are you doing now?
What am I doing now?
Yeah, like what are you planning to do from here at this point?
Oh, I was hoping he was going to answer like literally like, well, I'm just sitting here talking to you. I was hoping for a brain fart. Well, I'm sitting here talking to you. What do you mean?
On YouTube, I have no idea really. I probably.
Oh, and by the way, to those bitches who are like, your purse doesn't match your outfit and that photo I posted, there's actually 2 purses in my hand if you zoom in. Thank you very much. So I had options. Thank you.
Is the biggest problem for you that Shani and Rev are not like ever going to come back?
I have no. I really have no interest in even covering Shani and Rev anymore. And like I said, while I was covering them, I went through phases. I started watching them like 6 years ago, and I would watch them for 6 to 8 months, and then I would disappear for a year, and then it would get good again. I'd watch them 6 to 8 months, and then I'd disappear for a year. So I probably won't watch them again for. Yeah, what are you wearing, guy? I probably won't watch them for another year, and that's assuming if the content gets good again. So I probably won't fucking cover Try Karama. Have you heard of Chris Watts?
They're so boring too. I mean, I tried the Shani and Rev thing. And I know they've had their good moments in the past, but when Hussey was trying to get me to do it, I think I did 1 or 2 streams, and I was like, I'm bored.
I probably won't cover Shani and Rev again. I mean, really, the only fucking thing that I'll probably cover is sneaker shit, and that's really it. So nothing anyone in this community is going to be interested in.
Sneaker shit.
You just really want out that badly.
Yeah, I mean, I literally.
Is there a market for sneaker videos? Is it like a foot fetish thing, or people just love sneakers that much?
After this stream's over, I won't be talking about it again.
Stephanie,
I think the only people that I'll probably watch that are from this community
I'm so mad Woody got the damn interview, but I will say Woody did a great job because I wouldn't have had all those notes and timelines. I don't have the energy for all that. I just would have been like, Ryan, tell me about Hussey. Give me all the good shit, and that would have been my interview. So kudos to Woody.
Your streams, and that might really be it.
Oh, well, thanks. But yeah, no.
Well, I'm offended. He's not gonna watch me anymore.
I think the only people that I'll probably watch that are from this community are your streams, and that might really be it.
Well, my heart is broken, Ryan, but it's okay.
Oh, well, thanks. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that this type of content is really good for anybody's mental health at the end of the day. I mean, I definitely don't want to discourage you from doing content just because, I mean, you definitely have the setup for it, and there's something there's something out there for everybody. So even if it was fucking sneaker content.
By the way, I'm joking about that. My heart is broken. Shit, thank you. Before anybody takes that and runs with it.
Like you will get somewhere with that. I get recommended shit like that all the time.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the problem with sneaker stuff is it's really died out in the last few years. But
I feel like Yato likes sneaker content. I feel like Yato's somebody who'd lick a sneaker. I don't know where I get that from. Is that racist? Maybe.
I'm so fucking busy. The only reason why
I'm sure people will find a way to make it racism. It'll be worse than day laborer.
Started doing streams was because in the wintertime I don't work like I do from spring to fall. So in the winter maybe I'll find something and I'll do it for a few months. But as soon as
why don't you stream about snow? Everybody loves a good snowy stream. Maybe some ASMR with the winters.
Winter's over. There's no way I can keep up with the content like I can over the winter. And my goal was
so the seasons will tell.
Right, and so my goal was over the winter to keep doing a Shani and Rev stream once a week. But then when that shit happened with Hussey and like everything like that, I went on for a little bit and did streams for maybe a month or two after him. But after that, it kind of just killed my mood for the whole community, really.
Yeah, it just motivates you from doing anything. That's literally
you heard it here, folks. Hussey's a mood killer.
People like try to push each other out around here, and it's I find it kind of gross.
Yeah,
Peach.
Ryan, Hussey said he got 30K worth of shoes and shouldn't be asking money from people that don't have it. I don't know if that's a real comment. I feel like that's something he really probably said.
I don't remember that. Did Hussey really say? I remember him saying something like, "You got all these sneakers. Why are you asking people for money? Or you got money to buy all these?" Like, it's kind of ringing a bell. You've got all these money to buy sneakers. Why did you need money for a microphone? I don't remember if there was an actual like dollar sign associated to it, but I do remember a comment about why do you need people's money when you have all of these sneakers or something. I forget.
Oh, no, I guarantee you that's something that he said. Like, you should have sold your shoes for a microphone.
I mean, that's why I stated multiple times.
Hussey just says so much, it's hard to keep up.
If any of Hussey's viewers go back and watch the one video I did where I didn't talk about Hussey, but I just talked facts about the donations that I took in and what I bought, and I showed clips of what I said. I always say I'm financially stable. If you are not, please do not donate to me. If you want to help my channel, then this money will be used to better my channel. So what, Hussey? if when you get your monthly check, should you not take money that week because you got a monthly check? Oh, why don't you use your money? You don't need money for that week.
Exactly.
Come on.
Because that was his whole argument is you're doing more than you should be. I can get by on a fucking cheap ass microphone. Yeah, but you sound like
that's just so fucking crazy. But it's so hussy. Like, why do you need to improve your content? Look at me. I've got idiots in my chat who throw me money, and I do the bare minimum. Like, oh, you're an idiot for why? Like, it's mind blowing that that's his train of thought. It is mind blowing that is like, I got lucky with a bunch of pay pigs from Carrie's community and from Charlene a couple years ago. Like, why do you need money to improve your content? Just do it. The Hussy should host a masterclass in how to do the bare minimum on YouTube and still afford Canal Street glasses and scarves.
Shit, Hussy. At the end of the day,
Insane
like
to me.
Audio quality is awful.
To be proud of that. Why would you be proud of doing the bare fucking minimum?
Yeah, I within a week of taking donations on my channel, I had better stream quality than somebody that's been doing it for years.
No, so. Correct. And then he treats that as if that's a terrible fucking thing. Oh, look at all the effort somebody puts in his channel. Ha! And it's just like, dude, you sound so stupid right now. You're on your 14th channel or whatever it is, whatever Dell needs to confirm. You should have so much more than you have, but these idiots in his chat enable him and tell him, no, just keep, you just offering gossip and emails for money. That's entertaining enough for the 6 of us. So you're doing great, sweetie. When those people finally have enough and they leave, what is he gonna do when he realizes that his content is not up to par to actually grow a channel? Or a 15th channel.
Absolutely, you've got a better setup than most people,
Good
and that's
Lord.
why I'd hate to see it go to waste. But no, I mean I get it. You do what you've got to do, and there's literally like I think the biggest thing is like there's so much.
The man doesn't even clean his screen. I still love those old videos of him doing it Kaya Simon style, holding up his iPad next to his face. I fucking love it.
Internet out there that people kind of get clouded when they're in one space and they just
it is. He's lost. I was talking about this. Was it earlier yesterday when I was on Carrie's stream to explain the Draven thing, so people could stop saying that Draven was sending kid photos because Farrah's an asshole. It was brought up that he was at 4.6 or something, and I swear to God, when I left for vacation, he was at least 4.62 or 4.61. So I don't know why he keeps thinking he's doing great. He's not. But again, it's because he's got the same group of idiots who are opening their wallets for him and telling him he's doing a great job. And again, if that's all he needs, great. Awesome. But that's not going to last forever. And I don't know why he refuses to accept that fact.
Like throw their hands up entirely, and it's like you pretty much do have to have the internet to function these days, but like there's plenty of other areas of YouTube where it's not like this.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why this was kind of very... I mean, I had watched this community stuff for a while.
So Coogie Land is saying about Ryan, and listen, this Coogie Land has valid criticism. You set a goal to have your audience pay for a microphone, a light, and desk chair, and you're not streaming, grifting much, Ryan. I don't know. That's, again, something Ryan's going to have to address. I'm not even sure I'm subscribed to Ryan, to be honest. I should probably go look.
Everything in this community for a while, but I didn't know it as a creator. So that's why when I came
But
in...
I think the issue is Hussy trying to sell us that same argument, Coogie, when at the time Hussy was all about it. Like, Hussy, you want to have that argument, okay, cool. Like, you feel that way, I get why you feel that way. But I'm sorry, nobody is going to take Hussy seriously using that same argument because Hussy was all about it at the time.
Was, like, just way too naive to everything. So I just should have done things a lot different.
Yeah. And when you like you watch like other shit though too, don't you? Like other than Shady and Rev, or
yeah, I watch a couple other locales, but there is 2 other communities that I've been involved with for longer than I have.
That was the best, Stephanie. The best.
What other cows do you watch? I'm curious.
Okay, so there's this guy named Coach Eli. He's a not well-known cow, and his content from about a year ago was amazing, and he basically is like a 50-year-old man in Cali that lives with his 70-year-old mother, and he just moved another 50-year-old woman an alcoholic, into his house, into his mom's house as a girlfriend.
Lord.
And
yeah, Lone, if he's planning on doing this new sneaker content and he starts doing that, I mean, great. He's saying he's taking a break right now because he doesn't want to deal with the drama, but I guess you just have to see what happens. If hopefully he starts streaming or doing his sneaker videos and utilizes that microphone or whatever else he bought, and then people can't really say much about it at that point because it's like, okay, maybe it took him some time to get going, but when you're not into drama and don't want to deal with it, I can see why he's not doing anything right now, but doesn't mean he's not going to in the future. We have to wait and see.
They're both just, neither of them work, and they just live with his mom. And yeah, he does these streams where he walks around the park with a big giant selfie stick, and then he's got a headset on with a big dust ball in front of his mouth. And he just looks like a clown walking around the park in California, yelling at people on the internet. He's been a little boring the last year because he's going through a lawsuit with.
Yeah, and exactly. Like, we don't know what his reasons are right now, and it sounds like he just needs to reevaluate his channel. He wants to reevaluate everything. He doesn't want to deal with drama. He's getting his side of the story out, and time will tell. But I wouldn't consider him grifting just because he's not streaming right now. We got to see what. Hey, Seattle's saying the same thing I am.
The person that covers him. So all he's been talking about for the last year is the lawsuit.
Yado and I
Hopefully
saying
this lawsuit will end soon, and he'll go back to more entertainment.
Big old poofy. What was
so all he's been talking about for the last year is
big old poofy condenser. What the fuck is that?
The lawsuit. Hopefully this lawsuit will end soon, and he'll go back to more entertaining rants.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that one. I'm always interested when people have new things I haven't seen before.
Yeah, check him out. He's got 2 channels, Coach Eli and the Coach Eli. Or no, sorry, I think he goes by the GNA, the Genuine Networking Association now, because he stopped calling himself
the
a
GNA
coach. He stopped calling himself a coach. Now he is a.
Is there anything else about Hussey, or is this like, are we talking about things I don't care about? Anything else gonna happen?
Something else. He posts a weekly podcast with his alcohol on. He does live streams.
We'll watch this and can tell me if there's anything else about Hussey. If not, we're gonna start closing it out because I'm tired. We got shit to watch now. Not after this, but tomorrow or Thursday we need to do Hussey's response because I heard that's a good one. And then I want to watch that old Hussey video of him talking about his weight loss surgery and how he can't poop.
Immediately say, hey,
oh God, retro vintage Hussey, can't wait.
How did you find me? Where did you come from? And if you don't answer quick enough, boom, you're blocked.
I love it.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier, how are the dogs?
They are doing good.
Oh, he's got doggies?
They are downstairs right now. Otherwise, I would show them.
Oh, it's
that's
kids.
okay.
Oh, kids.
Carrie asked, when Hussey loses disability, can he come stay with you?
Oh, Jesus. No.
Sure, no problem.
Oh my God, I can't believe you would say sure, no problem, Ryan. After knowing, he's probably like, oh. He probably got so excited when he heard that.
So yeah, I mean, unless
too,
there was
Vidal.
anything else you still needed to get out of
I
your
might have to
system
do
here.
that one first. Maybe skim through it and get the good parts because it is like an hour and change.
Sure.
That's really it. Thank you for allowing me to be up. And
so this is your end
yeah,
point?
that's pretty. This is my end. This is my end in this community.
All right, that's enough. He's leaving the community. He's had enough of Hussey. We'll see what happens. Okay, well, that was fun. Hussey, you were a damn disaster, and we know it. A damn disaster, and we know it. So what we're going to do next is nothing tonight. I'm fucking tired. I'm going to let the doggies out and get ready for bed because oh my God, I just remembered something. Oh God, I just remembered something. I washed my sheets. I washed and dried my sheets, which means I have to make my bed. Oh, I hate making my bed. I totally forgot everything is sitting in the fucking dryer. That is the worst feeling when all you want to do is go to bed and you remember, shit, I need to now go through, pull everything out of the dryer, do my fucking sheets, and make my fucking bed. I'm not going to survive this. We'll see what happens. Yato says it's Garby's turn to go live. Garby, go live. Rampage, go live. Someone go live. All right, I'm going to check to see if anyone goes live and listen to you bitches in bed after I have to fucking make it. Peach, I don't know yet. It's either going to be... God, I hate... They did something to this fucking... Hold on. I can't put shit on screen anymore. They did something to the stream plugin that I use that once I close the chat window, everything's gone and I can't put you on screen. But Peach, it's either going to be tomorrow or Thursday. I might need to do a House of the Dragon catch-up tomorrow. If I don't, I'll stream again tomorrow. But if you don't see me tomorrow, I should be back Thursday. I'm going to go. Have a good night. Thanks to the members and the anal bead jewel stuff and any super chats I received and the gifted memberships and the support and the moderators. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to leave you with some Dancing Hussey on the way out. And then I'm going to end it. Keep your eyes open for the next stream tomorrow or Thursday. And hopefully Garby or Yato or somebody goes live to laugh at some buffoons. And that's it. I hope you guys have a good night or a good day wherever you are. And I'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone. Stream about these nuts. I mean, Yato, maybe. Maybe next time I'm in Vegas, we'll talk about it. Oh, boy. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.